I think we're just going to start off with going through the cards, of course, and then in the end we'll kind of give a general impression of how powerful we think the set is. You'll be able to see what we rate the stars. It'll be an average of what I rate it and what Muzzy rates it, as well as we go throughout the cards. And then to touch up on it in the end, I think we'll probably give out like a top 5 or something, or maybe a top 10 list of some of the best cards that we think are coming out of this expansion.
Our rating system will be 1 through 5. We think 5 as sort of meta-defining for, stronger than most cards. You see them in a lot of decks, but not every single deck of that class. 3, you'll see it in play like every now and then. 2, probably not going to ever see play, and then 1, pretty bad. So I think that's a pretty good rating system, right? Do we give examples of 5s through 1s, Shane? I'm not really good at giving examples, though.
Okay, like a 5 would be like Quarter Creeper before the nerf. It just absolutely dominated, especially for like Trinity series. Like when Muzzy and them brought that to the, it was just like absolutely crushing in that tournament. A 1 would be, let me think, what's a card that we'd never see? Arcane Dynamo, 6 mana, 3/4. That kind of seemed okay in even decks, but in the end just did nothing ever.
There was this one guy that played it. I remember in Legend, he played Skulking Geist, Arcane Dynamo, Control, Even Shaman. So that would be maybe a 2. A 1, I think, is like Wretched Tiller. The 1 mana, 1
Wretched Tiller.
Deal 2 damage. That's a 1.
Or
and then 4 is like Katharina? Or is Katharina's probably a 5. 4 is...
Katharina's a 5. Yeah. They built a whole archetype around Katharina, right?
Yeah. 4 is Tar Creeper. No, Tar Creeper's a 5. See, I'm bad at this. Whatever. You guys will understand. We'll give the ratings.
Fungal is a 4.
Yeah. Fungal's a 4. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. They say I'm a bit quiet, but I don't know. I could turn my mic up a bit. I can actually do that. I'm good now? I'm good.
Okay. So we'll try and not give out too many 5s. We'll save those for like the reserve cards that'll define the meta. But I think the first class we have up is Warrior, and why not? Let's start off with what appears to be probably the weakest class in terms of this expansion.
Yeah, and the first card we'll be looking at is Devastate.
Wait,
1 mana, deal 4 damage.
Should we give Warrior a rating beforehand? Because Warrior's like a 4 in the current meta, right?
Yeah, Warrior's a 4. Okay. Warrior 4. We'll see what these cards, if they'll make it better than a 4 or worse than a 4. Actually, it can't be worse than a 4, because then you want to put these cards in Warrior deck. Right?
Well, if everything else gets more stuff and Warrior got nothing, then it just drops to a 3 or a 2, right? But... yeah, okay. Right now in the meta it's a 4. Yeah.
Devastate. 1 mana, deal 4 damage to a damaged minion. What do you think?
So they printed a lot of like conditional cards recently, right? Like Wing Blast is one that they currently have, and then like Mage has one where it's like if you played an elemental, you just deal 4, it costs 1 mana. Devastate, its conditional effect is a lot worse than the rest. So it's high tempo, but it's kind of a little bit harder to meet, and Warrior doesn't have a lot of like great token minions most of the time.
Yeah, so basically, like you're gonna be thinking putting this in Odd Warrior, but in Odd Warrior you don't necessarily have all those whirlwind effects like Blood Razor and those that you can combo this card with. So I don't think you can really fit this into Odd Warrior. Cut out text slots from it. Like I think I'd give this card maybe a 2. I think sometimes people will try it out, but it's not going to be that good in the end. What do you think, Sam?
It's a 2 as well. Like potentially it might be an okay tech because of the 5 mana dragon card and like a dragon warrior deck, because it'll deal 1 with the battle cry, and then maybe you could like devastate something on like turn 6 with it. But in general, just probably not that strong. A lot of the dragon minions are beefy enough just to trade things off on their own, right?
Okay. I think we've given this card a fair look. Let's move on to the next one, which is Dragon Roar. 2 mana, spell, add 2 random dragons to your hand. Spell. Spell Warrior?
So, definitely not Spell Warrior. As for Dragon Warrior, you got plenty of dragons in this set, right? And if Warrior's gonna play it, they're consistent enough in deck building not to need to add random dragons in. Plus, it does nothing for 2 mana, basically.
Yeah,
I
this
give this
is
one
a 1. 1 for me too. 1 for me too. Alright, not gonna spend any more time on it. Next card. Overlord's Whip. 3 mana, 2/4 weapon. After you play a minion, deal 1 damage to it. It's a 2/4 weapon. 2/4 weapon's pretty good if you upgrade it, right? But what minions do you want to deal damage to? What do you think, Sam?
We've had so many enrage effects in this set, right? It's certainly not becoming more popular, right? And
Yeah.
the only minion I can think of is like the Red Band Wasp, which would make it a 3/2 with rush.
Saying you keep speaking and then sort of cutting out towards the end for me now.
Coming out towards the end. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll say it. It's like bad.
You're good now. You're good now. I can hear you. Yes, card's bad. Card's bad, right? We don't want to give our rush minions rush 2/4 weapon. I don't want to play a 2/4 weapon. Those stats as warrior, it's just not right. You know, you want to have odd durability weapons. At least for me, it just doesn't feel right. Bad. One star.
1 star again. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Next card is. Hold on, I got control. Spirit of the Rhino. This is one of those Loas. Is this a Loa, or is this a spirit?
Spirit.
This is a spirit. Are Loas different?
Mm-hmm.
Are Loas like the actual animal?
Yeah, Loas are like the animal gods, right? So the rhino is the Loa, right?
Yeah. These are the spirits, so you can earn 2 of these. This is Spirit of the Rhino, the warrior spirit. Stealth for 1 turn. All the spirits, I think, have that. Your rush minions are immune the turn they're summoned. So they're sort of pushing rush, this mechanic. I could see this card being good, because with the warrior... Well, this card's so cheap that you can play this and then play all your rush minions, and then they'll be immune, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think I mind running 2 of these in a rush warrior deck, right? Because when you draw them, it's almost always going to be a big tempo swing. And if you're rush warrior, you're not like controlling the board. You're just trying to win the board state through overstated minions with rush, and then take the value trades that you can and try and win on board, right? That's the whole point of your rush deck, to kind of counter aggro, and you're not going to have that much of a long game plan. But Spirit seems like if Rush Warrior were to be an archetype, this is run 2 of in every deck. It's what brings the deck together. So I have to give this card just like on its own a 4. But if we're talking if Rush Warrior is going to be a thing, man, it's probably still a 2.
Probably still a 2. Yeah, I might even be generous and give it a 3, because I want to be generous to the new cards, because I like seeing new cards do well. I like seeing them see play early, but every single time Rush Tempo Warrior has been pushed, people just play it day 1, and then all the other decks are at a higher power level. It's too fair, rushing into things, right? So 2 for me, 3 for... Or 3 for me, 2 for you, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we should be filling these in. Do you want to fill them into the card check?
I'm on view only. I'm not allowed to.
I am
edit
not allowed
this, so.
to edit it either. Okay, so I will move on to the next card. All that is fixed, which is the dragon that everyone seemed to like, right? I think I saw it announced, and then on Twitter people were like, "Ooh, Shield Maiden's back." Shield
Maiden.
Is Shield Maiden back?
Just...
If you're holding a dragon, gain 5 armor. 5/5/5.
Okay, so we're looking at... Yeah, if you can run dragons in Odd Warrior as well, or potentially just run Dragon Warrior, but the Dragon Warrior has to be more control-y of a deck, right? Because Shield Mania's whole purpose was like, yeah, I'm gonna run Shield Slams, I'm gonna out-tank you, I am going to just bring this whole game to fatigue. That's the whole control style of gameplay, right? Dragons, on the other hand, most of the time are like more value-oriented, higher tempo, beefier minions to play throughout the mid game. You want to have pressure. So 5 armor for a dragon deck doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't really make a lot of sense either. If you want to play sort of this odd dragon warrior style, I agree there's like this sort of tempo odd dragon warrior style of deck you can play because you can run faceless manipulator in the deck with cubes and stuff and start making lots of dragons. And current odd warrior decks already run the cave and fuseless and try to be as greedy as possible. They look at their use their life total and then sort of make powerful plays and win in the end game. I found so maybe it could be there, but I don't really see this card seeing as much application, right?
I mean, we can kind of evaluate. I want to give it a 2, and then we can evaluate the whole Dragon Warrior archetype a little bit more towards the end as well, because I think we're going to see like at least another card, right, with the Lancer.
Okay. Next card. Boom. Heavy Metal. 6 mana. Summon a random minion with cost equal to your armor, up to 10. This could be in the who played Even Warrior? Jombre played Even
Jombre,
Warrior?
yeah.
Did Jombre have an opinion on this card? He probably did. To me, it seems bad. What do you think?
I mean, there's not much to say here, Muzzy. I give this one a 1. There's already recruit a minion from your deck, right? And that doesn't have any conditional effect, and it's 6 mana. This is a risk, and it's very conditional. And Yip comes with a 4/8 body. Yip's a win condition because, like, if you can't kill Yip in the other thing, you're bound to lose. If Yip keeps on generating value, this is just one thing all in for 6 mana. It can kind of cheat out a higher cost minion, right? But let's be honest, right? If you're a control deck, you can probably deal with it pretty well. And aggro, you just don't have the armor to sustain it.
Yeah, some people might say that for recruiting a minion from your deck might be bad in terms of fatigue matchups, but in those recruit decks, you tend to run at least one copy of Dead Man's Hand, so you never run out of threats. So that deck isn't going to be losing in fatigue anyway, so yeah. I agree with Sane on this one, and I give this card a 1. Next card. What do we got? Smolder Thorn Lancer. Another 3 mana. The execute minion. If you're holding a dragon, destroy a damaged enemy minion. So we sort of have to rate this card best case scenario, right? That's where it would be good. So best case scenario, this will be a 3 mana 3/2 execute a minion, and we assume you have a dragon in your hand. Is that good? Is that a good card? Execute a minion. We need to have whirlwind effects or some sort of minion to bump into it prior. What kind of decks have that? The odd warrior deck doesn't really have that right now.
Well, I do want to say that if you're a Dragon Warrior, and it seems like Dragon Warrior will be like more mid-rangey at the moment. Let's say you go into like 7 or 8 mana, like this fits very well into your play another 5-drop, play the Smolder Thorn Lancer, right? Like that's ideal situation. Is just kind of hold on to it until then. But
execute, destroy a minion. These kind of effects have been proven to be so powerful in the past with Vilespine Slayer and all these cards, right? So, like, just destroying a minion for free sounds pretty strong, but I don't know. These Temple Warriors, Dragon Warriors have never worked.
Can you run just
original
two Inner
Dragon
Ages in
Warrior
the deck?
Inner Ages in what deck? Odd Warrior? Or
Well,
in
just in
the
Dragon Warrior.
Dragon Warrior? Dragon Warrior?
Yeah, like I'm
Maybe,
gonna assume
maybe.
you have like Grom and Inner Rage as a finisher anyway, and then you can kind of use this to proc Smolder Thorn, but it's not enough if you're only running Inner Rages, right? You need some other token generation as well.
Yeah. Okay, I think that I don't think this card will see that much play late into the meta. Early on, I'll try it. I will definitely see people try it. Maybe people will play it now and then later, but I want to give it a 2. What do you think?
You're gonna see this card come down a lot as a 3-mana 3/2. So I think it's also a 2 for me. I want to give it like a 3 because I feel like if Dragon Warrior does become good, this is like one of the potential like best cards for Dragon Warrior, right?
Yeah. Like Blood to Ichor Execute back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That was the good combo. We don't have Blood to Ichor anymore though. Okay.
We've got
Next
Inner
card,
Rages.
what do
We've got the 3/6 dragon. Okay. Yeah, I'm giving it a 3. Yeah.
Sol Thraze. This is one name. It's a weapon. It's not a legendary weapon, so you can run 2 copies of these. So you'd have Sol Thrazes. But at 6 mana 4/4 overkill, you may attack again. Isn't this just worse? Fool's Bane saying? How's this better than Fool's Bane? Explain. Fool's Bane can destroy 1 target. 2.
All right, because Fool's Bane, right? It'll deal 3, and you can attack no matter what. This basically needs to kill a 3 health minion for you to attack again, right? So it's almost like it's going to cost you more, and it has to overkill 3 health minions, and then it can go face. Is that one of the upsides? I mean, 6 mana, 4 attack weapon, 4 charges. That's 60 damage. If you do the math, Arcanite Reaper is only 10 damage.
If they ever introduce team battles in Hearthstone with like 2 players, and one player's at 3 life, and the other player's at like 4 life, and your only lethal is Sol Thraze, kill one player, you overkilled them, and then you attacked again, kill the other player. I think that's the only scenario this card would ever be good. I'm giving this a 1.
I don't want to give this one a 1 because I feel like it looks bad when you compare it to something like Fool's Bane, but you can clear the board of like 1 minion and hit the face again for 4. So if you're playing like that mid-rangey dragon deck, right, and you can take out a minion and then start applying pressure at the same turn, like that's the ideal situation, right? Is like you manage to kill one of their minions and hit them in the face again, and you keep doing that for this turn and the next turn.
Yeah, I don't see it working out for a 6 mana cost weapon. I think Karen's better. I would like Karen Bloodhoof.
How are you gonna compare everything to Karen, Muzz? We're just
because Karen doesn't even see
it.
play. Yeah, Karen doesn't even see play, so that means this won't even see more play. Our opinions might differ. I'm giving it a 1. I'm giving it.
I want to give Sol Thraze. I want to give it a 3.
3. Okay, 3's fair.
I feel like this is one of the better warrior cards to come out of the set, but yeah, let's move on.
Boom. War Master Voon, the legendary. He's the leader of the warrior, or these troll tribes. Rastakhan is about the trolls, right? So he's the leader of the warrior troll tribe. I don't know his lore, but we might find it eventually. But maybe he was raised by dragons, because his battle cry is copy all dragons in your hand. So this is like Khaleesi, right? So copy all your dragons in your hand. Yeah, it's a ton of value. We basically, if we have this card on 4 with a dragon in hand, we'll always have our dragon effects active, right? So maybe this makes the Smolder Thorn Lancer good. Now that I think about it. What are you thinking about it?
I mean, I'm thinking about the Dragon Warrior mirror match, where if you just play this on 4, you just win. And if they don't have it, they just lose, right? It's just such insane amount of value generated by it. And against any other mid-range deck, right? You would just hate to see this from your opponent on turn 4. But as for aggro decks that are just going to kill you by 6 or 7, they see War Master Voon and they're like, this is just another sign for me to keep going face. It's tough, but I think in value-oriented matchups, it helps so much in the mirror when you draw it, and for beating control decks that are trying to get rid of your mid-range threats, I don't think they're going to be able to beat War Master Voom when it hits like 2 or 3 dragons.
So are we gonna give it a 4, as in stronger than most?
I want to give it a 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to give it a 4 too. I want to be generous with the cards. I'll give it a 4. Master Voom.
Really, Muzzy? I'm looking at the spreadsheet, man. I'm only seeing 1s and 2s, and I'm seeing more 1s than 2s.
Yeah, I gave 1 a 3 earlier. Okay. Next card. What do we got? Ooh, this is the Loa, right?
The Loa, yeah.
Kali.
The Rhino.
Kali, the Rhino. 8 mana, 5/5 rush with overkill. Draw a rush minion from your deck. Give it +5/+5. So if we compare a Kali to Don Hancho, what's the difference? So Don Hancho was a 7 mana 5/6. What was it? The Grimy Goons card. 7 mana 5/6. Don Hancho. You would give a minion +5/+5. A Kali for 1 more mana has rush, 1 less health, but also draws a rush minion from your deck. So if you play this with the Spirit of the Rhino and you overkill, you still get a Kali, and then you can attack with a Kali again next turn. If you overkill, you draw another rush minion while you play the +5/+5 rush minion. This card's a lot of +5/+5s. Saying seems good against Spreading Plague. What do you think?
You're trying to tell me that it's a 5? I mean,
seems good against Spreading Plagues.
Yeah, my only concern is that it's a little too slow, right? For 8 mana, like even to play with Spirit, I guess Spirit could be on board for you to have it down on 8, right? You play Spirit on 7, that's fine. Yeah, Spirit into Rhino on 8 is pretty insane. And then it provides tempo and it gives you more tempo if you get its effect off. Like, I am a big fan of this card, but man, if this was like 7 mana, it would be a 5 for sure. At 8 mana, I'm
it'd be good.
a little hesitant.
It's probably like a 2, maybe a 3.
Jeez,
It'll probably
dropped
see
it down
play.
by 3.
I'll give it a 3. It'll probably see play. We can play this in a Dead Man's Recruit Warrior. Why not? Recruiting this on 5. Why not? All right, I'll give it a 3. 3 for Kali,
I think this
4s
is a
for
very
War Master.
fair card. Yeah, if it was a 6/5, even I think it'd be a lot higher.
Yeah.
Just because if it's a 6/5, it can
'Cause
actually just
overkill,
overkill the
dude.
plague tokens, right?
Yeah, overkill everything. Okay. Next card is... Oh! There isn't a next card. Next class would be Shaman. Shaman's the next class. Okay, so do we want to take a look at what we rated Warrior in the end? The only 4 we had from Warrior was War Master Voon. Everything else were like 3s or 2s or 1s pretty much. Everything else is playable. The one to take note is probably War Master Voon, and the dark horse is Akali. Watch out for her, right? I don't know.
Are you just saying it's a her because of the League of Legends video, or?
I don't know. It's a rhinoceros. I'm not gonna assume anything. Okay.
Watch out for this
Thrall
beast.
is our next
Okay.
class. Thrall is our next class. Thrall is a he. Shaman. He brings toads to this expansion. First card is Totemic Smash, saying, what is Totemic Smash?
Deal 2 damage,
look at it.
overkill,
Deal 2.
summon a basic totem. You know, I actually like
totem.
that. Yeah, no chances for Mana Tide, no chances for Totem Golem. Rip the Golems. Totemic Smash, just because it can hit face, is kind of interesting as well. And if you look at like Smite, right?
Yeah. It's just better.
Are we gonna talk about Malygos Shaman? Is this exactly?
Yeah. I was just about to say. I want to play Malygos and then shoot someone, overkill them, and then have them die while watching a totem get summoned. with the Malagos. That sounds fun to me. What do you think?
I definitely think it's given it more support, and I think Eureka is still in standard, right? So you can kind of summon more Malagoses, and it's not like Shaman doesn't have good healing effects. As Healing Rain, as Good Stall, and Volcano. That's exactly why Shadowwalk Shaman is prevalent. So you're telling me you want to play all those stall and removal cards that Shutterwalk already plays, but you're changing the win condition up to Malagos, right? I mean, the shell is there, right? It's kind of like Druid. Druid has all these nice removal options. They can basically do whatever win condition they want. And Malagos Shaman getting support with this strong shell already intact is like, okay. Totemic Smash is like
I think
a 3 in my
like
book.
historically effects like these smite effects, arcane shot effects, they've come around and seen play and been good in certain metas. And this is a card that, you know, it'll probably be okay to play. But I'm fine giving it a 3 as well. It'll see play. It'll see play. Totemic Smash, it's okay. It's okay.
Is it
Right.
compared to Lightning Bolt? Like, isn't it just like about as strong as Lightning Bolt? And Bolt's pretty good. Doesn't even have Overload. It has Overkill. Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, as long as you don't get Healing Totem, all those totems do something. Alright. Next card is Wart Bringer. Bringer of the Warts.
That's about
Bring
as
the warts to us.
yes. I don't know how and I don't know why. I'm gonna give it a 1, and my explanation is if you're playing so many spells, it's probably a combo deck, and a combo deck wants to do something big after getting its combo off, and dealing 2 damage just doesn't fit anywhere in a combo, at least not to my understanding.
Actually, the only combo I see with this is if you're playing against Zoo and they play Flame Up turn 1, you can go Coin, Totemic Smash, and then Wartbringer face.
Bringer the face.
Yeah, we can just play the Totemic Smash as the answer, right? Yeah, Wartbringer, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's a 1. I'm giving it a 1.
Yeah.
You're giving it a 1? We can move on real quick.
Yeah.
Reign of Toads. Spreading Plague with Overload? Spreading Plague
with
Power of the
Overload.
Wild. Spreading Plague Power of the Wild with Overload. It's 2/4/2/6. It's a lot different, but Spreading Plague Power of the Wild with 3 Overload, so they're valuing it at 9 mana.
Right,
This
but
is
they're only
actually-
2/4s, right?
Yeah. This is actually...
What do you think about the Toads?
I don't think they're that bad. I think a lot of times, like, I played a lot of Shutterwalk Shaman in tournaments this past metas, and some games I've lost to aggro because, you know, I did the clears and then I just didn't have anything else. And if I had Reign of Toads against some of the aggro decks, I think it'd just be instant wins on the spots with all the other support Shutterwalk Shaman has. So maybe this might see play. This might see play. I might play it. What do you think?
Are the tokens 3 mana? 3 mana 2/4s with Taunt?
I don't know. I would.
I think that makes the most sense. But
yeah, we could evolve them, but I don't think we want to.
my problem is that it's just another stall card, right? And 2/4s
is
from
it?
6 mana onwards. Well, most
2/4s
of the time,
do
right?
something
Like, it's not-
versus Zoo.
might kill something. I mean, it'll definitely soften up the board a lot because they have a lot of 3 attacks. So they're just sinking in 2 attacks into each of these, right? It's a good defensive option. I'm just scared that a lot of the times you're going to have to follow up with AoE anyway. And because you have to follow up AoE to clear the board, yes, their board is weak, but you just overloaded for 3 already, right? So if you're playing on 6, you only have 4 mana. You can't follow it up with Volcano. That's a big issue in my book.
So, do you think this card is anything or not? Yeah, sounds to me like you're just calling it a 2. Right?
I'll give it a 2. If Mossy Horrors is still in the meta, it's a 1, because then this card reads Overload 3, lose the game, give it 2/7 to your opponent.
Yeah, I gave it a 2 too. And then the Google link works now. Do you want to use that and then fill in the averages while I handle the other stuff? Or the numbers
Yeah, sure.
in the
I'll
Discord?
take care of that.
Okay. Alright. Muzzy robot? I'm a robot? I'm a robot, Muzzy horror? Okay. Well, while we take care of this, next card is... Oh! Here's the Toad. Do you see the Toad saying?
Yeah, that's right. 3 mana, 2/4.
Look at that Toad. That's a good Toad. They come down.
They should just print that Toad.
3 of these. Yeah. There's the Toad. Alright. Whoa. Lick 'em.
Another Toad card.
Another weapon that you can run 2 copies of, but it has only 1 name. So you can run 2 Lick'ems in your deck. What does Lick'em do? It's a 2 mana 1/3 weapon. Has plus to attack. While you have
Overloaded crystals. So the archetype that... I mean, we're going to start off with Even Shaman, right? Even Shaman has always been kind of on the back burner compared to other aggressive decks. It's been in and out of the metas. It's kind of been good here and there, but overall, Stormforged Axe was never like really that great. Even in Even Shaman, right? And the big problem is Even Shaman tried to run things like the 3/5, right? Which overload. What's it called? Some of the 1/1s. Do you remember?
The 4 mana 3/5. It's
Thunderhead, right?
Yeah, Thunderhead. I think you're right.
Yeah. So that card should be insane, right?
Yeah, that card was insane. Not many people played it. I think Jombray, I actually saw him try a token deck with like Microtech controllers and that card and like Sea Giants and Bloodlust. It looked pretty fun. I don't know. It's like sort of these fringe cards.
I definitely like that they're trying to add more overload support, and Lick'em, even for Even Shaman or just a general overload deck, looks really strong, but there just aren't a lot of overload cards. If you're trying to build Even Shaman, where's your overload at? Stormforged Axe, card's pretty weak. Zap, okay, but you only have 2, and you're not going to be able to run just 2 Thunderheads and 2 Zaps and have that be consistent, right? Beakered Lightning, okay, it's killing your 1/1, so we can't be doing that. So like...
Let's compare this to Spirit Claws, right? We can compare this to Spirit Claws. Spirit Claws used to be 1 mana 1/3 broken. Now it's 2 mana 1/3. If you have a spell damage minion, you just get +2 attack, which is still fine, and it doesn't see any play at all. It's much harder to have like these sort of overloaded crystal turns, I think, in that sort of aggro mid-rangey style of shaman than it is to have a spell damage totem. I mean, you get it 25% of the time from your hero power anyways. Right, Sam? What do you think? Lick'em's a 1?
I mean, I want to give Lick'em a 1, and I don't want to like go down this Trump route where we're like, it's a 1 now, but it'll be a 3 next time, and then maybe a 5 later. Yeah. But I think the power level of the card, once you start seeing like decent overload, even if it's even or not, overload decks are going to make an appearance later. So I'm calling that one out as a prediction. But for now, it's just definitely a 1.
Yeah, Lick'em's a 1. I agree.
Still under review only.
Is it for you? And the latest link?
1 second. I'll reopen it. Hopefully I've added some things.
Yeah.
Checklist. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, I just gave 1 across the board for Lick'em.
Alright, yeah, don't share that. We got the power now. Alright. Goodbye, Lick'em. Maybe we'll see you. I bet Lick'em's golden animation looks pretty good. Do you see that sort of neon green background? It's probably sick. I'm gonna make golden Lick'ems. Alright. Bog Slosher. 3 mana 3/3 elemental. Battle Cry. Return a friendly minion to your hand and give it +2/+2. So this is like a Grumble, right? Except Grumble buff. You can't buff and value trade. What do you think?
So people were trying to tell me that this will like replace Zola. I don't think so. I think Zola you only need 1 copy of, and the fact that it stays on the board and like buys you more tempo is like exactly what Shadowverse Shaman wants.
Yes. Some games against like Druid or your bad matchups, where when you don't have Grumble up, you have the Zola up, you can just play Shutterwalks. Playing like one or two Shutterwalks is just game winning. You don't always need infinite. I like the Zola aspect. I don't see this going into Shutterwalk Shaman. What?
Right, because couldn't Box Slosher can't return the activated Shutterwalk anyway, right? Yeah. So it's kind of okay, but it might take a Shutterwalk that you summoned from Chain Gang off of the board and lose you tempo, right? Like if you're trying to do the Zola thing against Druid.
Yeah, so what kind of deck can we play this in? You never want to buff and then get it back to your hand. That's so much tempo loss. You want to buff and value trade. That's so much tempo gain. Like it's too weak. I think. I think it's a 1. I think 2's being too generous. It'll never see play.
Damn. Straight to the discard pile, I guess. Do you have cheap things to buff that could trade well? Like Bog Slosher.
Blog Slosher, yeah. The totem.
Even that seems silly. I'm gonna go with your instincts here. Yeah, 1 seems like the right play.
Goodbye, Bog Slosher. Next card is the Frog or the Shaman Spirit. I got Spirit.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Yeah. Is it Wednesday? No, it's Saturday. It's Saturday now. Yeah.
That was like the flavor text for it, but.
Stealth for 1 turn. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a spell from your deck that costs 1 more. What the heck? What does that mean? That means if we cast Spirit of the Frog, and then we wait a turn and go coin Rain of Toads, we get to draw our Stormbringer, and then we evolve our Toads. 1.
But we can't evolve Toads when we're overloaded, right?
Yeah. What is the Spirit of the Frog doing? I'm not playing this Spirit. Makes our Volcano worse.
Okay, so what they want to do is you want to be playing Evolve and then playing Big Bad Voodoo and then playing Healing Rain. I don't know. I don't mind. Let's just say, how many spells do you have to get off of this for it to be good? I mean, it tutors the next costing spell, but
3, 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
I mean, you technically only like gain 1, right? Unless you're casting multiple spells, but...
Yeah. You only gain 1, and it's a 0/3. It's not gonna fight. It gets killed easily.
It's not gonna
in the Spirit of the Frog meta, do you know how many Void Rippers there's gonna be? Or not in the Spirit of the Frog meta. In the Spirit meta, do you know how many Void Rippers there's gonna be? Void Rippers are gonna be everywhere. Your spirits ain't living. No matter what you do, even if they have stealth.
Oh, this is true.
Void Ripper's a good card. Yeah, if Void Ripper's not rotating, unless I'm wrong. Is Void Ripper rotating? It's not, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, Void Ripper meta.
But Muzzy, we can bait the Void Ripper with this.
Wait.
This is the Void Ripper
bait. Actually, I'm gonna change my Spirit of the Rhino from a 3 to a 2. It's gonna be a Void Ripper meta. I haven't looked at any of the cards yet. That's why my ratings might change as I go. But yeah, Void Ripper meta, as I learned. Spirit of the Frog, no go. Next card.
I think that was the first time we've had like the animation come up where it shows the stars. What a perfect timing.
Alright, Big Bad Voodoo. You mentioned this card with the Spirit of the Frog, I guess. Big Bad Voodoo. Give a friendly minion Death Rattle, summon a random minion that costs 1 more. So you can target 1 minion with this, and it's an Evolve when it dies. Is that horrible?
I think it scales pretty well. Like, if you're a higher board-oriented deck, you could play this on your 2-drop before it trades, right? And it's like you summon a 3-drop. So even at like the worst-case scenarios, you might get something a little understated, but scaling goes pretty far for it, right? Like if it's scaling to 5 or 6 mana turns, you play this and then play your 4-drop along with it, then you play the 6-drop and 4-drop, right? And even if the 6-drop is a little understated, you're gaining a lot of tempo.
What shaman deck?
Tempo Shaman. Okay, so I didn't go that far yet.
Tempo Shaman. The last time Tempo Shaman worked, Spirit Clause was 1 mana, right?
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, you know, the concept of the card is, like, it's good. It scales well. As long as you're trading off on the board.
2 mana, it's a card we have to put in our deck. No way. This card's a trap. I think a lot of cards will seem like they have super mega value for their cost, but the effect's just not good enough for a card in your deck. Bad.
Okay.
What do you give it?
Well, whatever. Well designed, but I'll give it a 2.
I'm giving it a 1.
Straight 1 again.
Yeah, straight 1. Alright, next card is Haunting Visions. It's 3 mana. The next spell you cast this turn costs 3 less. Discover a spell. Is this prep? But it's 3 mana prep and not 0 mana prep, right? And you get a spell for spending the 3 mana. Wait, what? So you can go prep Haunting Visions and then Farsight and then you get a spell or something? Good, bad? It's 0 mana, discover a spell, basically?
It doesn't make sense. I'd rather just play the right spells. Almost all of the time, right?
Yeah.
But again, it's like,
well, actually,
you could play with Electra, but...
Primordial Glyph, right? Comparison, but you need to play it this turn, and it costs way more and gives less of the discount.
Yeah,
that is
it
so
can't
bad.
buy the tempo,
Holy cow.
right?
Yeah.
Glyph was just strong because you could just pay the cost up front, right? And if you're going to compare this to like Farsight from Electra, just play Farsight, right? You don't need an extra synergy card with Electra. You got plenty of it.
Yeah, I'm giving Haunting Visions a 1 Sane. So many ones.
I mean, as a disclaimer, we're completely evaluating from constructed side, right? So
yeah, only constructed over here. Only constructed over here. Sometimes I play Arena, but only constructed for our ratings. Zentimo. It's legendary. He's got weak stats. I don't want my legendary to be a 1/3. They gotta be insane if they're a 3 mana 1/3 for my legendary. Whenever you target a minion with a spell, it also targets adjacent ones. What does that mean?
So if you lightning bolt their... Yes. So it's good on their minions if you're using like single target removal. You could hex 3 things, I guess. Like best case scenario, you could lightning bolt 3 things. You could totem smash 3 things that are 1/1s and summon 3 basic totems for your own things. Like the evolve effect, like you were saying, yeah. Yeah,
he's pretty sweet actually. He's okay, right?
So do you still care about his stat line?
Not that much. His effect's pretty insane. So Zentimo will probably see play. I'll give it a 3.
I mean, it's really good It's really good in Good Shaman, right?
What is Good Shaman? Is Good Shaman a good deck? I don't think Good Shaman's a good deck. Everyone got baited by Good Shaman. Good Shaman sucked.
But I mean, we can't... Muzzy, it's too late to call it bad Shaman, so just stick with the name, okay. I guess.
Okay. Zentimo can work in Good Shaman. Sure. I think, yeah, I'll give it a 3. It'll see play.
This is how you know, though, right? Yeah. I remember Crane playing a lot of Good Shaman and not getting finishes. But then when he started playing with us and playing real decks, top 25, 2 months in a row, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, you just
small in next guy. Krog Wa the Frog. 6 mana 4/6 battle cry. Return all spells you played last turn to your hand. So how many spells can we play? A bunch of evolves and then Kragwa them back and then evolve up Kragwa. What do you think, Sam? Dan?
I'm thinking about it.
Thinking about it? So with one unstable evolution, let's say turn 10, we go totem, unstable evolutions. We get 8 unstable evolutions, empty hand, right? And then we top deck Kragwa. We fill our hand with 8... Kragwa the Frogwa. We fill our hand with 8 unstable evolutions. Evolve it up to a 8, 9, 10 drop. And then we have like 5 or 6 more unstable evolutions left for threats until we run out. That's a lot of value.
We get to keep all of them, right? Because we only have to use one and just keep
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying if you have Kragwa in your hand already, not like the top deck scenario, that's a lot of threats for a while actually. With the Kragwa, the Frogwa, and the unstable evolution. How does this work with Zentima? It works with Zentima, right?
I mean, I do think Zentima and Kragwa are giving like token decks that want to evolve small things into bigger threats a lot more support. So maybe Good Shaman, this expansion is just good with Zentima and Kragwa. I mean, I definitely really like the archetype, but it's not that hard to play around it, I guess. Or maybe there's so many things that you can do with it now that it's hard to play around it because they have so many waves. They're getting to a breaking point here, Muzz, where it's like they just have so many resources that it's even hard to grind them out. I don't know.
Okay, so what do you want to give it?
And for Kragwa, I want to give it a... Okay, so I think Kragwa is weaker than...
Zentima, yes. But they're both...
No, Kragwa is stronger than... Yeah, Kragwa is stronger than Zentima, though. I want to give it a 4. I think this will win you the game in that archetype more often than Zentima. Because Zentima is like a little one more.
Okay, I'll give it a 3. Are you filling it in then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got the numbers down.
Cool. So that's Shaman finish. We'll move on to Rexar next. But for Shaman, the only hint at the 4 was the Kragwa. Still nothing meta-defining yet that we see as 5s. But Kragwa got the 4, and Zentima might show up with the totemic smashes against zoo boards all across the board. Alright, Rexar is up next. Let me scroll on my little viewer here to Rexar. Okay, we're at Rexar now, and we will see the first card. But wait, Rexar in the meta right now. Wait, we forgot to give Shaman a ranking in the meta right now. Shaman's like a 4 in the meta too, right? Shadowrock's pretty popular, very good. Good tourney, good ladder. Shadowrock's good, 4. So
yeah,
Shadowrock will still be good. Nothing necessarily new to add. Alright, Hunter right now. It's all about the Death Rattle Hunter. And I think it's all about the Boar Hunter too, you know? Boar Secret Hunter. I was seeing a bunch of people were getting very high finishes with it consistently. Like, I played it yesterday to Legend. I didn't play Hearthstone all month, and then I felt like hitting Legend yesterday, and I logged on, and I was like, okay, I'll log off after I lose one game. I won every single game for like hours, and then I got to rank like 600 Legend, and then I lost, and I was like, okay, that's enough.
So two pretty prevalent Hunter archetypes. And honestly, Boar Hunter, I don't know how it does it, because it doesn't have that many beasts. It's not supposed to be super consistent when you only have 2 Razor Maws.
With the Rexar, in that deck with the Rexar, I've fatigued like Control Lock and other decks with Geist so many times because I don't draw any cards, and the Boar or the Death Rattle Hunter just gets Geisted, so they lose like the Hunter's Mark and the Play Deads and the Trackings. They lose so many cards. Like with the Boar Hunter, I've fatigued a bunch of decks too. I think Rexar's pretty good right now. Rexar's like a 5 in the current meta, right? In terms of tournament, ladder, everything. So let's see if any of these cards are worthy of 5s to make Hunter potentially stronger. We'll see. All right, first one is Spring Paw. 1 mana, 1/1 beast, rush, battle cry, add a 1/1 links with rush to your hand. What do you think?
It's just as a starter minion. It's good to have another 1-drop. It's good with decks that want to run Hunter's Mark, just so you can give your beast deck a lot more support for gaining tempo with Hunter's Mark, which is pretty insane. And then just because you're gonna have a lot of beast and beast support, this just makes it more consistent that you have beast in the hand to Houndmaster or Razormaw and things like that.
So you think this could fit? You give it a 4. You think this will see play in the Boar Hunter deck? Because you can't play it in Death Rattle Hunter because of obviously Katharina and insane stuff like that. Bring it to Candle Shot. Candle Shot's probably a better card, but in the current iteration of the Secret Hunter from Boar, there's no Candle Shot in the deck because it's all about the synergy of going like Crackling, going Dire Maul into Crackling Razormaw plus 3 attack and a Bear Shark Houndmaster. Like this might give you extra beasts. It's quicker removal early. It's useful. I still think it's a 3 though. I don't think it's that strong. I don't know if it's stronger than just the pure stats. Maybe it is. Rush is quite good. I'd give it a 3. You can give it a 4 though.
Okay, I mean it's close enough.
Yeah. All right, and then we got the token here too for you guys to see. 1/1 links with rush. Ooh, it's like it goes from an orange to a pink links. Ooh, wait, not the next card. Pink links with the fangs. Ooh, I like this art. Good. All right, next card is a weapon. Oh, we gave Spring Paw 4. You did. Okay, whatever. Headhunter's Hatchet. 2 mana, 2/2 weapon. Battle cry. If you control a beast, gain +1 durability. So, Dire Maul into Hatchet on 2. We have a 2/3 weapon now. In the past, Glaivezuka was insanely strong. Glaivezuka was a sick card. I played it in mid range. I played it in aggro. Glaivezuka was sick. It gave our minions +1 attack, but 2/3 just weapon if we have a beast. Is it good in Hunter? I guess Eaglehorn Bow's way too slow to play in any deck currently. Or Hunter doesn't play it. I probably wouldn't play this. What do you think, Sam? With your how much mid Hunter, aggro Hunter experience do you have?
Well, I've less than you. I don't think I've played that much of Boar Hunter recently. But I do remember the Glaivezuka times. Glaivezuka was absolutely insane, and it didn't really need the durability. Just the ability to push extra damage was really nice.
Yeah. It was mainly because of Haunted Creeper.
Insane.
Yeah. Haunted Creeper and never dying win the game. Yeah, I think the +1 attack was very important to that. So I don't really see this card being as useful as the other tools that Hunter currently has. It doesn't belong in sort of the curve that Secret Hunter is potentially going for with, the 1-drop into Secret, Coin Spellstone. Doesn't belong in any of that curve, or even the Death Rattle Hunter curve. It's Death Rattle Hunter's running Keleseth. Is this weapon better than Keleseth? Maybe, but it'd just be a 2/2 weapon, never a 2/3 because we won't have the beast and the Death Rattle Hunter. The Death Rattle Hunter kind of wants early game board control against decks like Odd Rogue and Zoo, but you just run MC Tech for that. So I think this card's a 1. I'm pretty safe giving it a 1.
I'll give it a 1 as well.
Okay. Next
Baited
card.
Arrow.
Baited Arrow. 5 mana, deal 3 damage, summon a 5/5 Devilsaur if you overkill. So if you kill something with 2 health, you get a 5/5. So 5/5, 5 mana, 5/5, deal 2 damage, summon a beast. You can Baited Arrow face. That's probably underrated.
A little more direct damage, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Overshot wasn't that bad, but
it's in the name, right?
I don't think this card's very strong. I don't think a 5/5 does enough. Like in the current Death Rattle Hunter, I don't see putting Baited Arrow into my deck. Would you put Baited Arrow into your deck? I want to play Ziliax. I want to get that heal. I want to play Grizzly. I want to cube Playdead, you know?
Yeah, this is the one.
Baited Arrow.
Yep.
Same. Baited Arrow 1. Alright, next card we have is Revenge of the Wild. 2 mana spell. Summon your beast that died this turn. So we could go Unleash Revenge of the Wild against like Zoo, and then Unleash summons again and clears the Zoo boards.
Or even just you having rush minions in your hand, like the Lynx, and whatever you had on board is fine.
This could also work with the with that 8 mana spell, right? That summons or recruits beasts from your deck and then kills them.
Okay, so
you recruit like
let's
Devil
not
Stars,
talk
King
about
Crush,
Flark.
kills them. Flark's Boomzuka. I opened a golden Flark's Boomzuka and I need it to be useful.
Yeah, maybe
Probably
next
won't be
expansion.
useful. Yeah, not even with this card. I think this card's... I don't see myself playing it in Spell Hunter. Spell Hunter already has the tools. Just give it another win condition. It did get another win
let's
condition
say
we can talk about later.
a mid-range hunter playing Revenge of the Wild.
Yeah, you can't spend 2
possible?
mana in mid-range Hunter. You want a curve as a mid-range deck. I'm giving it a 1.
That can't. Okay, I feel conflicted, Muzzy.
Why? What do you
Because
think?
I feel like this
Prove me wrong.
card shouldn't be that bad, right? Just for 2 mana?
Okay.
Like, yeah, you have to
Nice
trade,
there.
and I don't want to trade when
What do you want to
I'm
trade?
playing
Do we want
mid-range
to trade
hunter.
our Huffer? We want to trade our Huffer
Not really.
and then resummon it? Actually, you might be right.
Like, but getting a
Now that I'm thinking
Huffer
about it more.
back is not bad.
Getting a Huffer is not bad. Getting a Bear Shark's not bad.
Getting a high main would be insane for just 2 mana.
Getting a high main.
Like, I don't
Ooh.
like seeing this anything
We play high main.
before like turn 5, but
Yeah, we can just play high main and then go cube Revenge of the Wild, or we can play Stranglethorn Tiger. All right, I think this. Okay.
I want to give it like a 3. It can be really punishing in good spots, but it can also punish you for drawing it early and just not having the right curve as well. That's the risk you take, right?
How many beasts can we summon? What happens with more than 7 beasts?
Probably the ones that died first. Maybe it's just random.
Okay.
Who knows?
Yeah, actually, yeah, you can listen. This card's too good to give it a 1. This is probably a 3. This is probably a 3. It's definitely a 3. All right. Next card we have Blood Scalp Strategist. 3 mana 2/4 battle cry. If you have a weapon equipped, discover a spell. So Candle Shot into Blood Scalp Strategist. What spell do we want? What spell do we want to discover?
Discover a spell is strong, but I mean,
Yeah,
most
for
of it's
me
just
at
removal
least.
for Hunter, right?
Yeah, for me at least, I want to. In Death Rattle Hunter currently, I want to play my Stitch Tracker. You know, I want to play my Stitch Tracker and I want to discover my Kathrina, my Highman, my Cubes, my Houndmaster Shaws, those things. And it doesn't need a conditional, I just need to have the minion in the deck. Whereas this one, I'm required to have my weapon already equipped on curve and then playing this on 3. Like, sure, you can run the 2 mana weapon now, but the card isn't really that strong, so you don't really want to curve into this anyways. I guess going Candle Shot on 1, or not Candle Shot, Dire Maul on 1 into the weapon, into this, and then discovering Flanking Strike or Animal Companion. Maybe it could be good.
Okay, so basically, I've always hated Leok. Like, ruling companion off of Leok's the worst feeling. You lose the game based on that a lot, right? Blood Scalp Strategist doesn't compete well with the other 3-drop slots. It's good value, but again, if Hunter's playing a value and removal game, like a Zul'jin deck, does it really need this? Probably not. It's probably going to play all spells in Zul'jin, right? And it's also conditional. And it's just so many things to complain about this card. I don't want to go through all of it. Let's just give it a 1.
Yep. Give it 1. All right. Next up is the Spirit of the Lynx, the Hunter's Spirit. 3 mana, 0/3, stealth for a turn. Whenever you summon a beast, give it +1/+1. What am I telling you guys? Void Ripper meta. People still play Doomsayers in a Void Ripper meta. Even without Doomsayers, you still play Void Ripper because it's a plague meta. Plagues get counted by Void Rippers. These get counted by Void Rippers. Void Ripper meta. I don't want to give this anything higher than a 1.
Are you just gonna give all the spirits a 1?
We gave
Are we at that point?
Are we? We might be. We gave the Rhino a 2, actually. Okay. Max is 2.
Yeah, the Rhino's good.
2. Okay, the Rhino is good. This is probably not good. Like with Snake Trap, Unleash. I don't really like it. Do you like it? Can you convince me differently, Zane, about this card? This card sucks.
Yeah. I mean, there's like some token generation support, but we're not making like a token hunter deck. We're making a curve hunter deck. It doesn't fit well on curve. Yeah. All I have to say.
Some spirits could be good the turn they're played. Yeah. We talked about those spirits. The Rhino costs 1 mana, so that's why we gave it a 2. This is 3 mana. It's like, ugh. Okay. So, what's next? Next card is the Beast Within. The Beast Within. The Power Within. The Beast Within. 1 mana spell. Give a friendly beast +1/+1, and then it attacks a random enemy minion. Wait. That means it can't attack again. Right?
If you attacked with it and then you attack again with on a random enemy minion, that's how it works, right? You have to attack first, value trade, and then +1/+1.
Oh, you have to attack first, value trade, and then do it. But you still don't get to choose to attack.
That's already 2 more trades that I'm wanting you to take with Hunter, dude. Like.
Yeah. So we go face, and then we give +1/+1 to our River Crocolisk, to our Plated Beetle, so it kills their spirit that they coined out, which has stealth. This counters the spirits that have stealth sometimes, if you played the Plated Beetle on turn 2, and you're on the play. Is that good? No, it isn't. This is way too low to do that. What? Can we give it a 1 and move on?
Yeah, it's 1 card. Yeah. I'm not putting this card in my deck ever, I think.
Alright, we're not putting the Beast Within. Next card we have is Master's Call. Look at the Master blowing the horn, summoning all the beasts for 3 mana. We discover a minion in our deck. If all 3 are beasts, draw them all. What does that mean? Do we discover from a pool of 3 minions in our deck, and if all 3 of those minions are beasts, we add 3 of those to our hand?
So what I think how it works is you discover a minion, right? You get the 1 minion always. And then conditional if is if they're all 3 beasts, you also draw all 3 of them. So Master's Call should give you 4 cards, right? It should give you the 1 copy off of Discover always, and then it should give you the 3 beasts from the deck if they're all beasts. Is that true?
Okay, so 3 mana gain 4 cards. Okay, 3 mana gain 4 cards if all 3 are beasts. What deck are you playing this in? In my mid-range hunter, why would I spend my turn 3 mana doing this?
It only gives 3.
Shark.
Okay, so
gives 3.
People are saying it only gives 3. Why does it only give 3? Not the wording. Discover a minion in your deck, right?
Yeah.
But then it says draw them all. Discovered gives you a copy, right? It doesn't draw it from the deck. So why would the wording be draw if it's not going to take the 3 from the deck as well? Like, isn't this
I don't
confusing?
know. We're getting it. Yes, it's confusing. I don't care about confusing cards if they're bad, because that means I'm never going to
Okay,
see them, and I'm never
just
going to
wanna-
play them, and I'm never going to need to learn, right? So Master's Call is a 1. Maybe in Death Star's Scale High Dire Frenzy deck, we play Dire Frenzy on boars and versus Scale Highs and Emerses and start buffing them up, and then we Master's Call and do them. That takes way too long and isn't competitively viable. So, yeah, I'm going to give Master's Call a 1.
Too confusing. I'm giving it a 1.
Alright. Hunter is not looking like it's going to add too many new cards, guys. Alright, maybe... Ooh, we're saved. Is this a good card? Halazi, or Halazi, Halamuzzy, the Lynx. 5 mana, 3/2, Battle Cry. Fill your hand with 1/1 Lynxes that have Rush. So Saiyan gave the 1/1 Spring Paw that gave 1 Lynx to our hand, a 4. So what do you give Halazi? Is Halazi a 5? Halamuzzy a 5? What are we doing with Halazi?
Halazi, I mean, it has to be good, right?
Yeah, it's just insane how many Lynxes we can get.
It's just so much value.
How many cards, so much removal too, if we need it. Probably a 5.
Is it a 5? Is it played in every Hunter deck that can possibly play?
Oh wait, no. We're giving it a 4. Like 5s for Hunter right now. Houndmaster Shaw, Deathstalker Rexar. I mean, it's Deathstalker's on a comparable level. Katharina.
Rexar's a 6. Katharina's like a high 5.
Yeah, Rexar's a 6.
Because when you draw it, you just high 5 your friends. Okay.
Ooh, quest. We could just complete the quest, the Hunter quest, right? We just make a Hunter deck based on Stitch Tracker and discovering Halazi, and then we play other cards removal early, and then we go Hunter quest, and then make a horrible deck. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. This could be good for removal. It's like an option similar to Ziliax, but worse in some regards in Death Rattle Hunter. Like, I'm gonna give it a 4. I think some people will play it, some people won't. It's definitely not.
Yeah, I'm agreed on the 4 as well.
Definitely not good enough. Okay. 4. Sounds good.
And the last one.
Where is the last Hunter card? What do we got? The big boss, Zul Jin. They made another Death Knight, or is it alternate hero? Not Death Knight. They made an alternate hero, and we've seen every single alternate hero pretty much they made be quite strong, right? And this is, people are comparing it to Yogg Saron, one of the best cards ever printed, I would say. And yeah, I'd say weaker in strength, but still pretty good in strength. His hero power, I don't know if it has the here's his hero power. Berserker Throw, deal 2 damage, so not sort of infinite hero power that the other Death Knights have, but quite weak actually. But his main effect is his Battle Cry. Basically, he'll summon all the spellstones you played this game, the animal companions, the deadly shots, everything. I see running this in Spell Hunter in addition to Rexar, not cutting it for. Just like as another finisher that you can draw. Right, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, this seems like a much better finisher than... Would you even play Rock Delore anymore? I guess you still would.
You still would. It's like another win condition. It's another win condition.
3 win conditions. And then you also have the high roll of Spellstones, right, for Spell Hunter? I mean, it's beginning to look like a pretty just consistent deck overall, right?
Yeah, and I mean, Hatul, like, is finished with Spell Hunter, like, every season, dude. High ranks. Still gotta be good. Turn 10 in Spell Hunter? Yeah, you can live for a while as Spell Hunter, and this is just, some games you're just, waiting for your Rock Delar to close out, you're waiting for your Rexar to close out. Now you have 3 things to wait out for, even the Zul Jin.
Yeah.
So I want to give this a 5. I think. What do you think?
It's very, very good in Spell Hunter, and I think Spell Hunter's power level is already gonna be a lot higher.
Yeah.
Will it be?
Yeah. Well, actually, these are the cards Hunter's getting. Like, we're not going to be adding
Anything, right?
We're not going to be anything. Well, maybe Revenge of the Wild.
We're gonna play
Like,
Revenge too.
Even with Rexar, just this card could be okay. Maybe not though. It doesn't do anything early. But yeah, I think Spell Hunter will rise quite a bit in popularity. There'll be like 3 strong Hunter decks, and they all can beat each other. Okay, so I want to give it 5.
Power's so strong. I want to give it a 4, just so, because I know we're gonna see cards in this set that are stronger than this. I think by far. I think 4 is fair. And then you already believe this is like insane, which is a pretty close.
You want to give it a 4? Okay. Saiyan being conservative in his thoughts. Okay. All right, I will give it a 5 though. I think I will play a lot of Zuljins. I will. All right. So that was it for Hunter. The only good cards really being Zuljin and Halsey. Same thing. The Spring Paw is going to be decent, and maybe the Revenge of the Wild potentially. But yeah. All right. Next up, we have Uther as Paladin. Let me find the Paladins on my screen. Right here. Okay. Paladin. Uther. First card, Blood Claw, the weapon. 1 mana 2/2. Deal 5 damage to your hero. This is good. What do you think, Sam?
Aggro Paladin doesn't care about taking damage ever, basically.
Yeah, 1 mana weapon. Is this better than Light's Justice? Light's Justice deals 4 damage, and this deals 4 damage. But Light's Justice also can kill 4 things.
But you can kill 2 things twice in the early game without having to swing and trade your board off, right? Blood Claw is just definitely better. And
yeah, I mean, I think Heal Paladin. I've been looking at some of the cards. I think Heal Paladin could be a thing, so I could see this weapon just taking care of early game, right?
Well, for Heal Paladin, I don't want to play this in Heal Paladin. I just want to play this in Odd Paladin potentially, and like just have a curve that doesn't need to trade my 1/1s, protect those more, right?
Okay. I guess Heal Paladin does have just other cards they can play. It's probably not good enough. Yeah. Odd Paladin weapon. We can run Celsi Deckhand and Odd Paladin too now.
We have the Mauls. We have this, things like that.
We have Vine Cleaver. Yeah. Okay.
Blood Claw's a 4. It's not gonna belong in every variant of Odd Paladin, but it sure is gonna do a lot of work in the variants that do run it.
4. 4. Maybe it's a 3 to me. How did we space the ratings again? 4 was a what was a 4? 4 was like a 3 now, right? Stronger than most. I think Blood Claw's a 3. I think it'll see play. Right? Okay. Next card. Flash of Light. 2 mana. Restore 4 health. Draw a card. 2 mana, draw a card. You get 4 health. It's not really that insane.
Heal Paladin has enough time, right? To space out like the card draw mana.
Yeah. They don't need to do this on turn 2.
Yeah. They can like do it on 4 if they don't need to True Silver, or they can just. I do like that Paladin's getting a little more draw with Heal Paladin, right? But is it enough? Like, a Heal Paladin needs a finisher, right? Or a win condition in it besides just outlasting. And it doesn't have that much card draw, unless you want to play like Lay on Hands or something. But Flash of Light definitely helps that a lot. And you can even heal your minions if you have a board state, I guess.
Yeah.
It's
What do you
pretty
want to give
good.
it?
Just I want to see how Heal Paladin looks first. But to me,
Yeah,
it seems like a 3.
to me, it seems like a 2. I don't think it does enough for what it does. Even in Heal Paladin, like a 2-mana card dedicated to this, I don't think it's strong enough. Alright, next card. So I give it a 2, you gave it a 3 for Flash of Light. Next card, Timeout. Your hero is immune until your next turn. Ice Block? Okay.
It's back, boys.
What are we timing out for? We time out for what's our OTK that we're trying to do? At the timeout.
The Shirvallo the Tiger into Holy Wrath. But that's like very, very, draw your whole deck, have the Banker or whatever 2-mana card to shuffle the Tiger back in and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Death Knight Uther OTK. Well, most of the time in Death Knight Uther OTK, that deck has so much healing and survivability. When the opponent's dead, they know they're dead and there's nothing they can do about it. And the Paladin usually has way too much health for it to survive anyways, I found. And timeout early is like... It's not that great. I guess on like turns 5-6, it can be a Frost Nova to prevent like 12 damage plus, right? Maybe even more.
Yeah, that's like the fringe scenario where you have a quality Consecrate on 6 and you're being smorked down, but you can just stall out the turn 5 damage, and it's like such a big difference in your overall health.
Yeah. Big Tiger, okay. Holy Wrath, Banker, Alec. Yeah, it could be okay. What do you want to give
Putting it at 2.
I think it's probably a 1.
Muzzy, you're just going one lower than me on all of these.
No, I'm being generous. Okay? Okay, so next card, Spirit of the Tiger. Alright, this is the most expensive spirit we've seen so far, right? 4 mana, 0/3, stealth for 1 turn. After you cast a spell, summon a tiger with stats equal to its cost. So with like Spikeridge Steed and Blessing of Kings, we get 4/4s, 6/6s, with Lay on Hands, 8/8s. Yeah. I don't know. I think Void Ripper meta I've mentioned before, these stats are very weak, and spending this much doing nothing for a turn, I don't think is good enough. I don't think Spirit of the Tiger is the spirit I want to play. It's definitely a 1.
Do you remember the 5 mana 0/6 Spellstone for Druid? That would summon like a random.
No. It was Summoning Stone. It was Summoning Stone.
Summoning, yeah.
It was Summoning Stone, and it was a neutral. We could play it in Mage too.
Why did I think it was just for Druid?
Because Tars played Summoning Stone Druid, and Tars played Summoning Stone Mage at DreamHacks, and I played against him. He beat me. Or did he beat me?
So you're telling me this card's good?
No, I'm telling you it's bad because it's a 0/3, and Druid always survives. Druid can afford to not do anything. This is definitely a 1. You can buff this and it cannot be ripped. Yeah, but you can play it and it can be... Nah. I think it's way too weak. What do you think, Sam?
I'm very convinced that this is a 1 for Spirit of the Tiger.
We got 1s. Alright, we can look at the Tiger token. Well, 1/1 Tiger token. And I think that the numbers just get bigger. The Tiger token stays the same. Okay. Next card is Zan Delari Templar. 4 mana, 4/4. Oh, look at that axe swing. Such a big axe. Alright. 4 mana, 4/4. Battle Cry. If you've restored 10 health this game, gain +4/+4 and taunt. 4 mana, 8/8 taunt. This is better than
Hooked Reaver?
Mr. Hooked Reaver, yeah. we need to damage ourselves a lot early, or just take damage and heal early. So maybe the card we saw before with the Flash of Light, maybe this becomes playable now because we just want to heal a bunch and play this card. As a 4-mana 8/8, that's huge.
I think the Templar is insane, and even if like you need it to contest, 4-mana 4/4 isn't bad, right?
It's fine.
It's not highly understated.
Paladin has a lot of slots on the 4-drop. True Silver, Consecration, Kings, Corpse Taker. You know, but I think a lot of those cards could be cut, and this card just puts on, like, as a sort of slowish control heals Paladin style. You play a 4-mana 8/8, no matter what deck you're playing, that card can just kill you and win the game. So
yeah, and it's oftentimes not a curve drop on 4, but just having this for later is very good. I want to give this a 4, but I want you to give it a 5 so we can get a 4.5.
What? No, just give it a 4. Give it a 4. A 4 is still good. 4s see tons of play. 4s see tons of play.
Okay. 4s all across the board.
Next
4, 4, 4, +4, +4 deserves a 4, right?
Yeah. Next card. Faraki Battle Axe. 5 mana. This is a Paladin weapon? Yeah. 5 mana, 3/3 weapon. Overkill. Give a minion in your hand +2/+2. What?
Stop trying to
5
feed me
mana
off
weapon.
Paladin.
Yeah, not even. We don't need more weapons as Paladin. Do you know how many good weapons Paladin has? We got Maul, we have True Silver, we have Valenier, we have Vine Cleaver. We want to play these cards. We don't have enough room for you, Faraki. You're gonna get left at the store, and this battle axe is trying to get sold at the store in World of Warcraft, right? And no one's gonna buy him. He's gonna get left in the corner and forgotten. Many expansions later. Yeah, goodbye, Faraki. 1.
Yeah. Muzzy, did you just end Faraki Battle Axe?
Yeah, we ended Faraki Battle Axe. Next card we have is Immortal Prelate. 2 mana 1/3. Death Rattle. Shuffle this into your deck. It keeps any enchantments. So this is Kingsbane. But it can be silenced. Feels very bad that it can be silenced. The one reason Kingsbane is so good, it seems, at some points, is because there's literally no counter to the weapon besides Ooze Nosferatu, right, in the end game. And even at that point, they can play around the Ooze Nosferatu, right? If they know.
The only counter to the Kingsbane is somehow you develop a high pressure enough board in the fatigue battle, and then you ooze them, and you 50-50 flip which Kingsbane they draw, right? Like, outside of Nosferatu being like some kind of like ridiculous endgame counter.
Yeah, but I see this card working with the other legendary that we might see later, the Undertaker. Yeah, we'll look at later, where the Undertaker will resummon itself. So I want to give this card potential playability because of that. It might count as a 1-of. And yeah, so.
Muzzy, how about does... I mean, I want to give it a 1 or maybe a 2, but I do want to say, like, the high roll potential is like your aggro deck has to kill this with Steed on it, and then you end up like drawing this with Steed on it already.
Yeah, I guess it's buffed because we can't. It doesn't draw and then apply the buff. It just stays buffed in our deck, right? We can't draw it with the. We can't draw it with the. What's that spell I played for 2 mana? We draw 2/1/1. Or 2/1 attack minions from our deck.
Crystology?
Crystology, yeah. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it can work. Like, it could have playability. That's why I don't want to throw it out. But it seems bad. So I might just give it a 1.
You're telling me if it read Death Rattle, shuffle this into your deck with a battle cry that says cast all spells you've cast this game onto it again, and then you could tutor it with Crystology every time, then it'd be pretty good, right?
Then I guess it could be okay, right?
Why did they just make it like that? It's just like you took away the one really good synergy card with it, and even then, I don't think it's like broken.
Yeah. I agree. All right, ones. I don't even see it working too well with the Undertaker. You can draw it with Call to Arms. Okay. They can also silence it. Lol. And they can also Void Ripper it. They can also Void Ripper it and punch it with their dagger. Lol. Are we playing this on turn 8, going this steed and then Call to Armsing? That's even not really that good enough in the late game when they play UI and stuff. Are we playing this on 4 with this and Kings? That's still pretty late to do it. We play it on 2. It's, yeah, I'm giving it a 1. I tried, same. I tried. Looking at this card. I don't think it's good.
Okay,
next
challenger.
Let's move on. A new challenger comes to the table. An epic. Fighting for the 7 mana slot in Paladin, which is currently Vine Cleaver, right? What else is it? Spiteful Summoner. Other slots. Yeah, basically those. A new challenger. Discover a 6-cost minion. Summon it with Taunt.
Stormwind Champion.
Stormwind Champion? Oh, yeah. Stormwind Champion in Odin. Discover a 6-cost minion. Summon it with Taunt and Divine Shield. That's okay. We can summon a Sunwalker and then give it Taunt and Divine Shield. No? No, we can't do that. That'd just be summoning a Yeti. Okay. What's the average 6-cost minion? Average stats are 4.5, 5.5.
I think it's that hard to discover, right? A bigger minion than a 4/5. You're gonna be able to discover probably a 5/6 at least, or a 5/5 at least, right?
Yeah, but that's not good. A 7-mana 5/5 with Taunt Divine Shield. I mean, in the past, remember Master Jouster? 6-mana 5/6. If you win the joust, it had Taunt and Divine Shield, and that didn't even see that much play. I mean, I played it in a sort of ramp druid deck, Master Jouster. You just jousted and would work. Cairn.
Yeah, but that's because like Joust had, you just had Ancient of War, which is unconditional 5/10, right? But
yeah, this doesn't. All right, a new challenger is he approached the challenge of Hearthstone card ratings, and he realized why he was new and he should get more experience. I'm giving it a 1. He's thrown away from the competition.
Ended.
Whoops! I accidentally zoomed in. How do I unzoom? Oh, there we go. Okay. Good. All right. Good. Next card. Ooh!
Oh.
This card. I like this card.
It's time.
High Priest
Muzzy.
Thekel. High Priest Thekel. 3-mana 3/4. Battle Cry. Convert all but one of your health's armor, or hero's health, into armor. So coin this on turn 2. We go to 29 armor, 1 life, and then we start healing. That's absolutely insane. I think this card can push this heal paladin archetype, right? We gain so much health, so much time to make these 4-mana 8/8s. Everything.
I mean, just
you're
having
agreeing,
this.
You're agreeing, right?
And then yeah. I want to say it's a 4. Because I don't think heal paladin is gonna be that strong yet. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
that's the only reason.
Put a 5 because it. Yeah. If heal paladin was an archetype that was gonna be good, and B needed a card to play around, it'd be exactly this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is like one of the core pieces that brings it together, but I don't think it's gonna be that good, so I'm gonna leave it at a 4.
I want to give it a 5. I want to be generous. I think I want to take some risks with some cards that I like a lot, and yeah, Thekel's one of them. I'll give it a 5.
Okay.
All right. Next card is the Loa, the Paladin Loa, right? Shirvala the Tiger.
Wait.
25 mana.
Okay, go ahead.
25 mana, 7/5, Divine Shield, Rush, Lifesteal. Costs 1 less mana, or costs 1 less for each mana you've spent on spells. What?
It's a lot of mana spent on spells.
That is a lot of mana we need to spend on spells, yeah. And it's only a 7/5 Divine Shield, Rush, Lifesteal, not a win the game. This card kills wild. Well, I mean, I guess we can play Hemet in our Holy Wrath deck. Holy Wrath actually gets played? No, it doesn't. I've played Holy Wrath with them before, and it's not a good deck. This can't be good. This can't be good.
I mean, let's play the game out, right? If you're gonna use it just for the effect, so let's say you EQ Conk a board at some point. That's 6 mana, right? And then you've played your both tutor cards, the Flash of Light, so that's 10 mana. You've played a Steed, that's 16. And reasonably, if you've gotten all of that off and survived, do you need this card later? Maybe you do, but then it costs 9.
This would be 9 mana at that point still.
Yeah.
This would still be 9 mana at that point. And,
well, what else can you play?
Like
you play a timeout, so you're at 6? Maybe?
Yeah, I think they're more thinking about this card with the... Yeah. With this, I think they're more thinking about the Holy Wrath deck, a pure combo with its strength with Baleful Banker and the Elec. Yeah. I don't see that working out too well. I think it's just too slow, and the Paladin combos don't come quick enough, so... And I don't think they're as reliable versus certain types of decks. Like, if you want to beat Control with Paladin, we can already play the OTK Pally with the Uther, right? And that deck's pretty consistent, because Control decks put on no pressure. Yeah, I'm gonna give Shrival like a 2.
I'm just thinking, okay, so in this meta, right? One time on ladder, one of my even Paladin opponents played a Lay on Hands versus me on turn 8. And I was so mad. Because I thought it was going to be bad, but then I realized I was mad because I had won the game against like every other 8-drop except for Lay on Hands.
Dang.
So, I don't know.
You can't play this in even
I
Paladin.
Right. But I'm saying like Lay on Hands as a card to include into all the heal Paladins.
Yeah, I think Lay on Hands will be played in heal Paladin.
It's strong enough,
High
right?
Priest Deckle is so good, yeah. But I don't think we'll cast enough spells and have like everything to where we also need to play that game to win. So yeah, I don't think it's good at all. Should probably give it a 1. Yeah, I'll give it a 1. What are you giving it?
I'm giving it a 3, Muzzy.
You're giving it a 3. Wow. Okay. Well, that's it for Paladin.
I think this
Paladin
isn't that unreasonable of an include. Does it? Maybe.
I think it is. Yeah, I don't... Paladin is our highest rated so far. We have 2.2 average. Everything else is 2.1. Okay, next class, Druid. So, rating of Druid... Oh, wait, we forgot to say Paladin's rating in the meta. Paladin's probably like a 3 in the meta right now. No, it's probably a 4 in the meta right now. Even Paladin's quite strong, and Odd Paladin's also up there.
Okay, you had the picture of Malfurion up, and I wasn't paying attention. I thought you were about to give our boy a 4.
Yeah, we're giving Malfurion a 5. Yeah. Malfurion's a 5 in this meta. It's insane. Everyone knows, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
It's no question.
Okay. So, next card for Malfurion is a Pounce. 0 mana spell. Give your hero plus 2 this turn. What do you think about Pounce?
Synergies with Justsaiyan, Auctioneer, synergy with some of the attack cards coming up.
Yeah, Auctioneer. It's not high enough impact, right? Druid's already got sort of 26 something core cards right now, right?
Right.
What Druid deck do we play this in? It's only the Auctioneer Druid, and it's free cycle, which is good. Yeah, it could be played in that, but besides that, no other Druids I don't see it working in. With Conk the Raptor, like 0 mana to attack, not worth a slot in our deck, right? I think it's a 1.
I probably do want to give it a 1 as well, just because I think Gonk is terrible.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Conk's pretty bad.
yeah, we'll get to that later. I guess you'll see later why we think it's a 1.
Yeah.
You were saying it's great
Savage
to have this
Striker.
with the UI as well.
No.
The Muzzy. You could have Pounce and Savage Striker, but Druid isn't a curve deck, so it doesn't really make any
Savage
sense.
Striker. Let's look at Savage Striker. 2 mana, 2/3. Deal damage to an enemy minion equal to your hero's attack. Yeah, why do I want to play a 2 mana, 2/3 in my Druid deck when I can cast Wild Growth because it's still not rotated? Right, Sam?
Yeah, plus it's not even a beast.
Yeah. No beast synergy, no nothing. 1. 1 for Savage Striker. I don't see any Druid deck. Putting it in any Druid deck. Attack Druid? Aggro Druid? No, Aggro Druid doesn't work, buddy. Beast Druid's a curve deck. This doesn't go in Beast Druid. Beast Druid is way different. Pounce is definitely a 4.
It's good. People are trying to tell us Pounce is good. Why?
Nice
Are they
Pounce
trying to
good.
compare it
0
to
mana?
Backstab from Rogue or what?
Yeah, I guess they're trying to compare it from Backstab. Some rogue decks don't even play Backstab. What else is 0 mana? Deal 2 damage. Zap? Zap's not played.
I mean, the thing
I'm
is,
not playing Pounce.
even if Pounce was a high tempo card in a lot of decks, and yes, Druid could use tempo against aggro here and there, are they really gonna cut anything else in their deck for it? Like Ferocious Howl, Branching Pass, some of the weaker tech slots, even MC tech, oftentimes is higher value than this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we don't think
let's move
Pounce
on.
is gonna have synergy, right? It's
The synergy with Pounce is the Raptor, not the Raptor, the Spirit, which we'll get to later, I guess. But yeah, we can talk about it then. But Savage Striker, a 1, not much else to say. I think most people agree. Ironhide Direhorn, 7 mana, 7/7 beast, overkill. We get a 5/5 runt. Do we have the runt token here? Here's the runt. It's a what dinosaurs are these? Triceratops? I don't know. Are they Triceratops?
This card
What do you
is
think
gonna
about
win
this
so
card?
many arena games.
Yeah.
This is gonna just destroy the arena meta if they can't kill it. It's game over. This moves Druid up to 5 in the arena tier list. But as far as constructed
but
goes,
we're talking about constructed over here, Sam. Are we trying to play our 7 mana 7/7s in constructed?
no, I mean I would never play this, but I'm just trying to highlight a point that this card is gonna be insane in some aspect of the game. But yeah, okay. So you want to give it a 1 and move on?
Yeah. War Golem Beast. War Golem Beast. We got the Ironhide Runt. It is a Triceratops. I looked it up. Alright, Druid Spirit. Spirit of the Raptor. 1 mana, stealth for a turn. After your hero attacks and kills a minion, draw a card. Okay, so it's a 1 mana spirit, so it's one of the playable ones. You can play this with other spells and draw cards. It's actually not that bad. We want to draw cards in Mildred. We want to draw cards in a lot of Druid decks. With Pounce, deal 2 damage, kill a zoo board, draw our cards, draw a Nourish, Wild Growth, Spreading Plague. I could see why people give Pounce maybe a higher rating with this.
No.
No?
I mean, why do I want to conditionally draw a card with... Why would I want to put this card in my deck as Druid to try and conditionally draw more cards with bad cards? I just want to play the good cards, which Druid has plenty of. But thanks for trying to bait me, Muzzy. This is definitely a 1.
Okay.
Right?
Cool. Yeah, 1. We can do 1. I mean, I wanted to be generous, give it a 2. I mean, some draw Druid decks could work, you know? For like a day and then disappear. Alright, 1. Yeah, 1. Next card we have is Mark of the Loa. It's a spell, 4 mana. It's a choose one spell. We give a minion +2, +4, and taunt, or summon 2 3/2 raptors. What do you think?
+2, +4. I mean, +4 health is like really underrated, but summoning 2 raptors is actually not bad either, right? Like
summoning 2 raptors can be okay, but let's compare it to like Chain Gang, right? Chain Gang's 4 mana, summon 2 2/3s with taunt, and for Druid it'd be 3/2 raptors. Now the comparison with Chain Gang is a bit unfair because in decks you run Chain Gang, you tend to also run Prince Keleseth, so a lot of times your Chain Gangs can show up as 3/4s, which are way better than 3/2s. And in what Druid deck do I want to summon 3/2s?
Token Druid, maybe.
Over Violet Teacher, over even Chain Gang in like the Strong Shell Token Druid list? No, I don't think so. Mid-range Druid, that doesn't exist. +2, +4 buff? That's not viable for 4 mana. What? Why would I play this card?
Alright, let's give it a 1.
Okay, cool.
I'm sold.
I
wanted to give the argument of like the Raptors, but you know.
Yeah. And then you realized how bad the Raptors are. Okay. Oh, here's an image of the Raptors. They're saddled.
Okay, the Raptors look cool. It looks like a Jurassic Park Raptor.
Alright, Predatory Instincts. We got a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then it looks like it's a troll versus another troll. They don't know what's coming. Okay, it's a 4 mana spell. Draw a beast from your deck, double its health. What do you think? What beast are we drawing? Witchwood Grizzly? That's the only thing, right?
Yeah.
It's Witchwood Grizzly.
I guess.
It's only Witchwood Grizzly. It's a 3/24.
It's pretty insane with Witchwood.
In Druid, though, why are we trying to draw a Witchwood Grizzly? Taunt Druid?
But Grizzly's a beast.
Okay. Oh.
With our, I mean, you could just.
We could make a giant Hadronox. We can tutor Hadronox with this, right? And it doesn't matter because we naturalize Hadronox anyways. 7, 14 health. I mean, sometimes Spellstone comes out, but Psych Melon already tutors it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other cards. Yeah, this has got to be worse. That's a 1. Yeah, Zoe said if we give Pounce a 1, don't even read this rating. Wow. All right, should we just give it 2s and hide our cover our tracks so people can
cover our tracks. I mean, we can make a bet. All right, what did Zoe do a rating and give Pounce like a 4 or something?
Probably. Okay. All right. Let's rate the cards. We'll look at them later. When we speak again. Okay. Predatory Instincts done. Next card, Tree Speaker. Ooh. So this is like the troll that ran away from the village and decided to live in the woods by himself, and he learned to speak to the trees.
You
The
just
tree speaker.
gave a storyline for like one of the episodes in
that's his
Avatar,
lore.
I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's his lore. That's the tree speaker's lore I just made up. He turns our treants into 5/5 ancients. Wow. So we can go force of nature, and then evolve them twice. Why would I want to evolve them twice?
Do the things that give treants in our hands, the treants cost 1 or 2?
It costs 2.
They
The
cost
Witchwood
2.
apple gives the Witchwood apple gives us 3 treants to our hand, and each of those treants costs 2 mana.
Okay.
That's way too expensive.
Then you can only rely on treants on board because it's so hard to combo it out of hand, right? If they were 1 mana and you could do like treant this, it'd be very similar to Doppel Evolve. It'd actually be very strong, especially because Druid has Savage Roar, right? But because the treants cost 2, we can only evaluate from treants on the board. And treants on the board, turning into 5/5s, it's a win condition. You could possibly play one of these in your treant token deck, but is there enough support? And is it better than just killing them with Roar setup?
No. This is bad card. Bad card. 1 star. Right? It seems they don't want to give Druid strong cards because Druid's already so strong. Wow. This is a 1.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to justify giving it a 2 with like Living Mana or something, but
No, we don't have any mana with living mana, bruh. Oh, we can look at the ancient token art though. Let's look at the ancient token art. Wow. Is that like in a desert or like in a stadium, in a coliseum made of stone in the middle of the woods?
Yeah. It actually looks like just the treant kind of upgraded, which is cool.
Yeah.
The art's in 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Another spell. Spell Druid. Stampeding Roar, 6 mana. Summon a random beast from your hand, give it Rush. So we can give the War Golem Rush and Overkill and summon a 5/5. Yeah, let's not do that in Druid. We can give Tyrantus Rush. He's okay. But the main Rush, like, I guess we can go over to... Oh, there's a lot of War Druid forms. Uh-oh. Alright, we can go over to Gonk the Raptor. Wait. What's the beast that summons another beast? Did we look over that card already?
You're talking about the... No, it's a neutral card. It's like the very bottom.
Oh. Okay, well, we'll take a look at it later. Yeah. Stampeding Roar. Is it good? This is okay.
With Undasta? The card you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Undasta. Undasta could
It's
be
okay.
good. But
Tutoring
as
it out,
Druid...
like Psych Melon and like all this stuff.
I'm gonna give Pounce a 2. I think I'm turned around on it.
Giving Pounce a 2?
Yeah, I gave Pounce a 2. What of it? All right, Stampeding Roar. Is this a 2? I don't think so. Undasta has Rush. Yeah, Undasta's good. Undasta's like broken with this. So I guess that aspect, people will be trying it out day 1. Later on, probably not. I want to try it out day 1.
I might lose to Undasta deck day 1.
Why is Pounce good? Oh no, now Fino is saying Pounce isn't good. I don't know. Alright, I'm not going to change anything. Alright, what are we giving Roar? A 2? 1? I'm fine with a 1.
Yeah, I'm putting it at 1 as well. Dude, like the argument is that it's 0 mana, so it's good, and it gives tempo to Druid. Druid needing tempo when they have Spreading Plague. Druid needing tempo when they just have good combo cards. Druid needing tempo when they can armor up out of range of anything until they UIU and just gain all the tempo with Tyrants anyway. I don't know. Maybe eventually someday Pounce will be good. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, but Stampeding Roar, it's a 1, right?
Let's move on to the legendaries. Or
Okay.
Druid Lodi.
Legendary. War Druid Lodi, 3 mana, 1/2. Choose one. Transform into one of Lodi's 4 dinosaur forms. So this means Lodi actually is. Lodi works 4 jobs in the War Druid troll area. Just is to take care of everyone by working 4 jobs. In the morning, she works as a Ravasaur, which is a 3 mana, 1/2 poison stealth, hiding in the desert, coming out and killing invaders. The other form is Ankylodon, 3 mana, 1/6 taunt. This is a pretty good form. This is like Crypt Lord, working in the fence area to provide protection to the base, right? The other form is Saber Tusk, 4/2 rush. This is like that one other druid card, the 4/2 rusher. Choose one, or 2/4 taunt to attack and take down anyone.
That's kind of hilarious.
Oh, it's a 1/4 spell
last
damage.
one is...
Yeah, it's ranged attacks. It's ranged attacks with a 1/4 spell damage. Okay,
Yeah.
and then this is Lodi when her kids wake her up at night when she's trying to sleep. She's very upset and is in all 4 forms. So that's a good form. I would play this in Fandral form. 3 mana, 4/6 War Druid Lodi. But by itself, I think Lodi's pretty strong. What do you think?
Yeah, it fits well because oftentimes just having the option to choose spell damage with your swipe is insane, right? When you want it. And then 4/2 rush to remove something is good. Even poisonous stealth on like one of your weak turns.
3 mana, 1/2 poison
It's just so
stealth.
flexible, right?
Yeah. I like it. I think Lodi's 4, right? That'd be a 4.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And then the
They
last.
did give Druid a good card.
Yeah, they did. It's playable. Alright, the last card, Gonk the Raptor. 7 mana, 4/9. After your hero attacks and kills a minion, it may attack again. So one of the first things people were talking about was Twig with this, but you can already get your Twig broken and just win the game and do other stuff. Why are we trying to play a Gonk?
I mean, is the Twig gonna kill the minion by itself?
Yeah, is the one attack Twig gonna kill a minion? What, they have a board of wisps? Like, what? What else is there to do with Gonk? Malfurion hero power, gain armor, kill a board of Grim Patrons.
Okay.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Are you ready to move on to Rogue?
Alright, yeah. Gonk.
Or do you want to talk about
Gonk,
the...
Gonk hard one?
I think
Yeah?
Yeah, hard one. I want to
hard one.
give a few seconds for them to update the average for Druid, because I think obviously Druid is going to have one of the lowest averages. Do you mind talking about that for a few seconds? I'm going to use the restroom.
Okay. So, yeah, Druid is already a pretty strong class. We didn't get many new cards to add to it. Basically, we got War Druid Lodi. I don't think all the other cards are good enough to see play, besides maybe Pounce. I came towards Pounce at the end. Like, just useful, 0 mana, deal 2 damage. Could be good. Druid has enough health. Maybe early on. But yeah, besides that, I don't think... And the War Druid Lodi, I don't think Druids needed to get any more powerful than it was. And we have Rogue coming up next. You guys want to ask me questions while I wait for Saiyan to come back? My least favorite color, probably yellow, because it's the color of corn, and I dislike corn. I like green, though. Green's one of my favorite colors. My favorite thing about Saiyan, Saiyan's great. Saiyan's very easy to talk to and handle things, and arguments, no, not much. Everything's good. Yeah. Can we get a good thumbnail image for the Streamers Were Wrong video? Well, why would you need a thumbnail from me? What thumbnail should I go to one of the cards and then say like 1 star, like Gonk, you know, like finger up 1 star, like Trump does. Gonk 1 star. Is Gonk gonna be a 5? Rate British Queen. What's British Queen? I do not know what British Queen is. Are you back soon?
Hello?
Hey, you're back? This is unplugged. Oh, Sid can't hear me. Yeah.
All right, I'm back. I can hear you. And what happened? Did I come back and Gonk's a 5 now?
Gonk's a 1.
Okay, all's right in the world. Let's move on. Damn, Druid is a 1.35, right?
Yeah, Druid has the lowest
rating. So much lower. Yeah.
Everything else is like 1.82. Druid is at a 1.35. Next up, we have Rogue, and I'm actually a bit excited for Rogue. I think Rogue could get some playable pirates. Okay. Let's see. First card, 1 mana weapon. 1 mana 1/3. Death Rattle. Give your minions rush. So basically, they want you to play this card on 1, and then there's that other neutral card, which is a 2 mana 2/2, and you summon extra pirates. But this Death Rattle effect's actually not that bad, right?
This Death Rattle effect is insane.
Mm-hmm.
This Death Rattle effect, so like if you have Hench Clan Thug or any of your 3-drops, right? It just allows your well-statted minions to trade, take out the enemy minions first, and you're already very high tempo deck, right? They don't get to trade into any of your like really high priority cards, and that's insane because it's just a higher chance of your fledgling or your Hench Clan Thug and things like that to stick, and you can even hold on to it and just gain tempo later on turn 4 or 5 with more minions.
Yeah, I think this card, we've described it pretty well. It's pretty insane. It'll definitely be tried out at least. I don't know if it'll be that good. Like Pirate Rogue, if Pirate Rogue will be a good deck, or if this is played in like Quest Rogue maybe to give the to give rush to your 1-drops with Sonya, or just as a weapon, just early removal. Yeah, so I think like a 3. What do you think?
Yeah, and you can, even if it's like later on in the game, right? It doesn't scale terribly because you can just re-dagger over it with your drops, right? If it's like, oh, I don't have enough time to get all 3 charges out. It's very flexible. Yeah, minimum of 3, I think. But I don't see it being like super insane. So yeah, 3 makes sense.
Yeah, same. Next card, Stolen Steel. Discover a weapon from another class. Okay, so this is a rogue card. We discover a weapon from... What weapon do we want to discover?
You want to discover a twig and just break the game the next turn.
Yeah, we want to discover twig. Can we discover twig? Is it possible to discover legendary weapons? Discover Valenier? Oh wait.
Yeah, but it doesn't equip it. So.
It doesn't equip it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, equipping it would be insane.
Yeah, okay. Discovering a weapon and equipping it would be nuts. It's like Blink-On, yeah. This card is not very good. 1s, move on. Sound good? Stolen Steel. Goodbye, Stolen Steel. I don't want to buy the steel that you stole because it's not a good steel.
Not good steel. Yeah, I think 1 is fair.
Alright, next card. Walk the Plank. 4 mana. Destroy an undamaged minion. So this is Assassinate. Undamaged. 4 mana. No combo required. That's not bad. What? Actually, it is bad. What deck do I want to play this in?
You know, some Kingsbane rogues are already playing like Assassinate, right?
Yeah, but they should be playing Vilespine too. Vilespine's just like so much stronger, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're playing a rogue where you can't play Vilespine and Assassinate.
Yeah.
It's just,
I guess not.
Strictly worse than Walk the Plank, right?
most of the time, like you won't have minions, so their minions won't even be damaged at those points. So walk the point works. Yeah, it'll see play. I think this is definitely 2 worthy.
Yeah.
Is it 2
I'll give
worthy?
it 2 as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right, next
now we're
card.
getting into the good cards, the pirate cards.
Bloodsail Howler. 2 mana 1/1 rush battle cry, gain +1/+1 for each other pirate you control. This could get pretty big. This could get pretty big, mainly because of the what's the one card? I'm gonna skip through to it. Spirit of the Shark.
Oh, no. Sharkfin Fan, but it's a neutral card.
Oh yeah, Sharkfin Fan.
The 2/2.
2/2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2/2, like we can go serrated 2, summon a pirate, summon another pirate. This becomes instantly like 2 mana 4/4 rush. That's pretty big. Pirate. We play some South Sea captains. Pirates get even bigger. Yeah, this is a good pirate. What do you think?
It is not going to divine the archetype.
No, this is like a 2.
I think, yeah, even if pirates are good, this won't be in a lot of the pirate decks, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
It was like a 2. I guess I sort of debated again with
Yeah.
how much I talked about the card, but yeah, it's not that great.
Then you don't want to summon it off of Hook Tusk ever, right?
No, that'd be so bad.
I think it's a 2. It's like ideal situation.
Maybe
It comes out like as a 2 mana 3/3. I want to give it a 2.
2 mana 3/3 rush is
potential.
good. Yeah. I'll give it a 2 as well. 2 mana 3/3 with rush is quite good. Next card. Raiding Party. 3 mana spell. Draw 2 pirates from your deck. Combo. And a weapon.
And a weapon.
With 3 mana, don't do anything. I mean, in Kingsbane, you can draw greens. In Kingsbane, you draw Greenskin and Kingsbane, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the 2/4 that gives your weapon buff is also a pirate, but maybe that. But yeah, I guess this is useful in Kingsbane. Besides that, in the Tempo pirate deck, you don't really want to spend 3 mana doing nothing, basically.
Yeah, but it's a lot of value later on. Like, you could have board control on turn 5 or 6, and you've like ran out of really decent plays, and you just play your other pirate without committing too much, right? And then you draw more steam. You're afraid of AoE, you play a small thing, you gain 2 more pirates for value, and a weapon that allows you to play around AoE and hit him in the face still, right?
Okay. No, I still don't see it.
You don't like.
Doesn't seem.
You don't like
seem
tutoring
worth it enough.
pirates.
Yeah, our pirates aren't really that big.
AoE.
I guess we can tutor like Hook Tusk and those, sure, but like, what are you saying? This card's like a 2 then?
I mean, it could even draw you Hook Tusk, right? And yeah. I'm saying if I'm building a pirate deck, I'm putting Raid Party in at least as a 1-of.
Okay, yeah, I guess I mean, I would do the same. Sometimes you play bad cards in your deck to try them out at first, but later on,
I'm playing it because I think it's like pretty good as a 1-of.
Okay. I mean, I'll be generous. I'll try it out. So we're giving it a 2. Right.
Okay.
2's like at that level where we might try it out.
Yeah, I'll put a 2 up there as well.
Okay. Next card, it's the Rogue Spirit. Spirit of the Shark. Stealth for 1 turn. Your minions' battle cries and combos trigger twice. So.
Wait, no. I want to give it a 1 and play Minstrel. Never mind.
What, Raiding Party?
I'm playing Minstrel instead. Elven Minstrel. Every time, right?
Okay, then change my rating too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I don't know.
Spirit of the Shark. Spirit of the Shark. 4 mana, 0/3, stealth for 1 turn. Your minions' battle cries and combos triggered twice. Yeah, Void Ripper, it's 4 mana, so it's hard to play with other things. I mean, we could play it on 4 and then play it with our pirate guy. I think we saw them do it on stream and get pretty big pirates, like 5/5, 6/6, 2 mana rushers. That's pretty insane with the double combo. So maybe it's triable, but it still seems quite bad to me. What do you think? Like a 4 mana, 0/3 Bran. Like the effect is insane. Like the battle cries and combos. Like most battle cries, if you get it twice, is broken. Elven Minstrel, or no, Elven Minstrel. Like even the pirate, the Bloodsail Howler, turning this into from a 3/3 into like a 5/5 or a 6/6 for 2 mana rusher. That's pretty insane. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? I think it costs too much though. Void Ripper of your own triggers twice. Yeah. You don't like it?
No, I don't see a lot of good combo effects with it. And like, yes, it's a brand, but it is nowhere near power level brand, right?
Yeah, same. Alright, next card. 6 mana Cannon Barrage. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Repeat for each of your pirates. So 3 pirates, 6 mana, deal 3 damage. 4 pirates. You might have like 3 or 4 pirates. It's a 6 mana sort of, I guess, Flame Strike or something of the sort. Clear your enemy's board, go face. Do I want to play that in my pirate deck? No.
I don't want to compare it to Flame Strike. I would rather compare it to Bloodlust that you can't control, right?
But Bloodlust is face damage. This isn't really face damage.
Oh, it's random enemy? No, it's not. Yeah. It's a random enemy. Not
wait. It's a random enemy?
Mm-hmm. So that's why I make the Bloodlust comparison. Because Pirates are an aggressive deck, and you make the Flame Strike argument because it's true. It doesn't always hit face. But it also doesn't sack your minions. Yeah.
Okay, Bloodlust you can't control. That's good. Compared to, but it's still six mana. To me, it seems like I'd rather play, Myra's or like Leroy Coldblood or all these other damage sources. I don't think 6 mana is enough for this to be played when, if I have a board, most of the time I win those games on the next turns. And if I don't have board, then I want to draw Myra's Unstable Element, or I want to burst them out over the top, right?
And Rogue has good damage anyway. Like Cold Blood, 2/1 Pirates, Leroy's, Eviscerates. Cannon Barrage is a win more card that will only be good if... No, never mind. I guess you could prep it.
Why would I play prep in my pirate deck, though?
Right.
I mean, we might still, because prep is insane, but... I could be generous. I'll give it a 2. Maybe the burst damage potential we're underrating.
Yeah, I'm still throwing a 1 at it, but I can see kind of the potential. You're only saying that because Flo gave it 8 out of 5.
Hey, shut up. Alright, next card. Gurubashi Hypemon. Rogue. 7 mana, 5/7. Battlecry. Discover a 1/1 copy of a Battlecry minion. It costs 1. Okay. Discover a 1/1 copy of a Battlecry. So we get a 1/1, like... We could get a 1/1 copy of this, right? And we get a bunch more Hypemons. A bunch more Gurubashi Hypemons.
It's pretty hype.
This card... what just happened to the thing? Did it get big for you?
Yeah. I thought that was you trying to show off like another hype mod that you got from it.
No, that wasn't me. It was the thing being weird. Okay, whatever. We got it back to regular size. Gurubashi Hypemon, yeah. This card, 7 mana. I was reading some people's rating of this, and they said it was going to be good, but since then, I really haven't been convinced. It's been a 7 mana, 5/7. It doesn't... I don't want to spend 7 mana on this, right?
definitely
play with
not.
this.
But let's say your deck doesn't have a lot of battle cries. You're just a pirate deck, right? And your only three battle
Okay.
cries are like the Bloodsteel Howler, Captain Hooktusk, and something else, like Elven Minstrel, maybe. Turns out you
Okay.
just get to choose Hooktusk every time, and then it's 1 mana Hooktusk the following turn.
But what is the math on that? Like, how often do we get that? Because this is any battle cry. I mean, I guess it's weighted.
Oh
I guess
wait, it's not from the
Vilespy-
deck. Oh my god! All right, never
No,
mind.
it's
never mind,
not from the
never mind.
deck.
We don't even. Okay. All right,
Wait,
we
if
don't
it
wanna
was
talk
from the
about it.
deck,
It's-
saying what? You think my
Bro.
mouse wheel's possessed? No, that wasn't me. I wasn't even touching the mouse that time. It was someone else controlling it. Okay, yeah, and it's 7 mana too. Like in our pirate deck, we're not playing 7 mana for this. What are other applications? What other classes can we play this in, or what other decks can we play this in?
Okay. If it discovered
Maybe
the
other
deck,
classes
I'd
I
give it
could
a
see
4.
being good.
If it doesn't discover
This is like a
from
1.
the deck, it's just a 1. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Give it a 1. Urabashi, hype mon. Not hype enough
No
for
hype.
me. Alright, next card. Grawl the Shark. Battle cry, eat. Keyword eat a minion in your deck and gain its stats.
Is eat a keyword now?
Well, let's hope they turn it into a keyword. Eat a minion in your deck and gain its stat. Add it to your hand for the death rattle. I actually like this card a lot. I think silence isn't that prevalent, and in certain decks like against Evenlock and those decks that only silence kind of exists in, it's whatever. Like, this card isn't for that matchup anyways. I think drawing a card and then gaining its stats, pretty insane. You basically just, yeah, it's a 5 mana big guy that'll draw a card.
Yeah, I've seen Stratos, and I know when I see Stratos, so I'm giving it 5. Do you get the rep? Do you play Yu-Gi-Oh?
No. What is Stratos?
Okay, Stratos.
Explain.
Stratos was like the center of Elemental Heroes deck because it just drew an elemental for you, and you would always just tutor Stratos for free off of like 8 heroes or something and get another combo piece. It's just like, it's less relevant in Hearthstone, I guess, because again, it's a random eat a minion, right, and gain the death rattles, but it's still that similar power level where you get the value later and you get the stats up front.
Grawl? Yeah, I'll be a bit risque. I'll give Grawl a 5. Grawl works as a 5. Sure. Alright, next card. Captain Hooktusk. 8 mana, 6/3. Battle cry. Summon 3 pirates from your deck. Give them rush. So with like, what's it called? The 2 mana 3/2 guy that we shuffle copies, Lab Recruiter, we could shuffle in, like a bunch of South Sea captains in, or like a couple greenskins, maybe even more Captain Hooktusks, and then just summon them again. I think Captain Hooktusk is pretty good, right? Put it in the pirate deck. It's a finisher.
I want to give it a 4. It's not defining the pirate deck, but it's very good.
Yeah, I want to give it a 4 too.
Okay. Before you end,
Recruiter with pirates? Yeah, good.
Yeah. I think this is one of the first expansions in a long, long time where the rogue legendaries have been good. I've always just seen some really hot garbage rogue legendaries.
Shaku was good. Sherazin was good. Sonya was good. Sonya was insane.
That's okay. I guess Sonya. Yeah.
What's another one that we had? Rogue legendaries. 4 mana. Oh, Myra. Myra's okay. Right. Myra's unstable. Not Myra's unstable element. Myra Rotspring. She's okay.
Okay.
How is this good? How is this Captain Hooktusk good? You summon 3 pirates. You just play a bunch of, like, you can just summon with the Lab Recruiter, you can just put in captains, and then you summon 3, like, 5/5 captains with Rush, or you can just summon a greenskin. It's just, for when you don't end the game, you just, bam, play Captain Hooktusk, summon 3 pirates, boom, giant board, and, yeah, you'll probably still lose, because it's 8 mana, and it didn't kill him.
I'll admit that there was some good rogue legendaries in the past, but don't forget we got Tess Greymane, we got Myra Rotspring, Lillian Voss, Face Collector, and just a bunch of other hot garbage throughout the years. Okay, I'm still.
Which pirates are relevant? This pirate, you can Hook Tusk, and then you can Lab Recruiter Hook Tusk. Yeah, it's probably not very good. I don't even want to give it a 4. I want to give it like a 3.
We got a new Barak, all right? A new Barak. I think. Anyway.
A new Barak ended Control Warriors.
Oh my god.
I want to give Hook Tusk a 3. You can give it a 4. I think it has potential, but yeah, I don't think Pirate Rogue will get there. Okay, so overall Rogue, we think Grawl's good, and everything else is kind of sucky. Maybe Captain Hook Tusk will work. Okay, I always go off the camera. I'm so bad at that. All right, Jaina Proudmoore. What are we doing with Jaina? Mage.
It's only uphill from here.
Card 1. Elemental Invocation. The next elemental you play this turn costs 2 less. So what are the combos saying?
It stacks with itself to be another innervate for elementals, which is sweet. You can play out Water Elemental turn 1 sometimes against a deck with weapons like Rogue. The combos itself, are you talking about like Leyline and like Antonidas and OTKs and stuff? Because then you can just go to reddit.com, but I think the card itself is just strong in elemental decks. It's free interface.
Yeah, I guess we could do like double this and then the 2/1 that gives us more spell damage for free, and then we could play the 4 mana spell on turn 4 that summons things equal to your spell damage. How much spell damage do we get? 4. So we summon 5/5s. Or no, we summon 6 drops.
6s. Well, even with just one, it's
a 5-card combo. It's a 5-card combo to summon 2 2/1s and 2 6 drops. That's really bad.
Okay, so the point I guess I want to say, it's good because it's innervate and you're like, well, you're going down a card, but elemental decks for mage, right? Oftentimes are very mid-rangey, and you have plenty of resources in your deck, right? You need
those decks also never see play.
Right, because they have so many resources and they can't keep up with anything. But elemental evocation to get your 5-drop down on 3, right? The 5/5 and draw a card is busted. You have that to contest, and then from the rest of the game, you've just gained enough tempo to keep on following your strong enough mid-range curve while fighting off aggro a little bit.
But is the mid-range curve good enough? Not usually.
I think it's good enough if you've stalled them with a 3-mana 5/5 that just drew another card, or whatever else high value tempo card you can do. I mean, this card, it should just be a 4, because it even fits perfectly to balance out the weaknesses of elemental decks.
4? What? I think it's a 2.
So
I think the card's strong for. I think it's strong for Elemental Mage, but like I've said, every single time I've seen people play Elemental Mage, or every time I've played against it on ladder, like the deck's just not felt strong enough. Even when it played its curve, it played its Firefly, its Blaze Callers, its 5/5, its Steam Surgers. Just didn't feel that strong to me, and I don't think like cheating out maybe a 5/5 or 5/4 that early is gonna be that insane. Prove me wrong.
I just think
okay, next card.
This is the best possible elemental mage card they could have printed, basically, without being like super broken.
Okay. Am I saying Innervate's bad? I'm saying Innervate's bad for Elemental Mage because Elemental Mage doesn't win games. But I see Sand's point. Alright, next card. Daring Fire Eater. 1 mana 1/1 Battle Cry. Your next hero power this turn deals 2 more damage. So the combos with this is with the dealing extra damage from your hero powers and playing the card that summons Rag. But let's just review this card quickly. 1 mana 1/1. It does not do enough to make our hero power deal 3 more damage. On turn 3, we get a 3 mana 1/1 that deals 3 damage. That doesn't seem very good. I want to give it a 1. You want to give it a 1? saying. You want to give it?
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to put this in my deck ever, I think. Even if it is like an odd deck.
Cool. Next card. Arcano Soar. 6 mana 3/3. If you played an elemental last turn, deal 3 damage to all other minions. Duskbreaker for 6 mana. And if we played an elemental. At this point, we usually have Blizzard into Flame Strike. We usually already had Dragon's Fury. We have Meteor. What do you think? Doesn't Elemental Mage just, like you said, want to be on board, curve into our 5/5s, our Blaze Callers?
But Muzzy, if we play the Evocation, it's just Duskbreaker. I mean, I can see why it's 6 mana, because it's like, well, we can't print Duskbreaker and give the class Innervate, right? That would just be silly.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 2. Ellie Mage doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do enough for me. I don't think it'll work.
Okay, I'm shipping the archetype, so I'll give it a 3. But yeah, it's still overall not that strong.
Okay. This is the Spirit for Mage. Spirit of the Dragonhawk. 2 mana 0/3. Your hero power also targets adjacent minions. So basically able to use it with our hero power. You know, sometimes deal 2-3 damage to multiple minions in combination with that 1 mana card. For 5 mana, deal 3 damage to 3 minions. That could be okay.
Why didn't they make this an odd cost?
Because an odd mage would be too strong.
At 3 mana? Maybe?
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
I don't think this card's that insane. I want to give it a 1.
Simply because you can't play an odd mage, right?
Yeah.
And even with Jaina, it's like, well, it's unlikely that they're all at 1 health for you to summon so many water elementals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I'll give it a 1. But if it was even at 3 costs, I think I would have given it a 2 or 3 just to fit into the odd mage.
Yeah.
And it'd actually just be stronger if it costed more.
Next card, Pyromaniac. 3 mana 3/4. Whenever your hero power kills a minion, draw a card. So comparing it to Cold Wraith, whenever, like, if there's a frozen minion, you draw a card. Cold Wraith saw minimal play here and there. Barely at all. It wasn't played. I don't think this will be played either. Cards like these have historically not shown to have, like, the slot, and the slot for the decks that they want to be played in aren't strong enough to play.
Okay. I agree. This card is a standout for, like, most mediocre card of the year, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, one for me. Yeah.
For me as well. Okay. Next card. Let's try to power through all these cards. We still have a lot to get through. Okay. Scorch. Ooh, is this like the ice block art zoomed in? I feel like it's similar. Whatever. Scorch. Deal 4 damage to a minion. Cost 1 if you played an elemental last turn. So it's Wing Blast if you played an elemental. That's pretty good.
It's coming together. It's coming together.
Yeah.
The cheap elementals, the cheap
good.
removal.
The innervates. The draws. Elemental Mage. I'll give it a 2. I think all the Elemental Mage cards will probably be 2s because they'll be played in Elemental Mage, but Elemental Mage probably won't be that strong. Yeah, that's my reason.
So, same for me. I'm just adding another +1 to your rating because I'm trying to ship the archetype.
Okay. Sin gives it a 3 then. Alright, next card. Splitting Image. Secret. 3 mana. When one of your minions is attacked, summon a copy of it. One?
Behold Muzzy. The reason they nerfed Mana Worm.
Yeah. 1 mana coin Kirin Tor splitting image would be pretty good. We can't do that with Mana Worm anymore. A play we could do is go like Antonidas splitting image on turn 10, and then they have to kill 2 Antonidases, which they probably can. Secret seems pretty bad. Tempo Mage, I think, is still possibly playable. It still has good cards. Murloc Mage, things like that. Kirin Tor, we play this. It's summon a 4/3, maybe? Maybe, but it doesn't seem that good to me. I want to give it a 1. Whoa. Why does it keep zooming in? Oh no.
Are you using the scroll button, potentially?
Yeah, I know, but it like, I'll fix it, but it accidentally does it when I do it on another tab, whatever. I guess I'll stop that. Okay. Splitting image, the image got bigger. It tried to split itself. Okay. Ones?
Yeah, I don't see control mages needing to run this ever. Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
Blast Wave. This card had some controversy over Crip and Trump, I saw. Crip called this card good, and Trump was making fun of him. 5 mana, deal 2 damage to all minions, overkill, add a random mage spell to your hand. So, if you like overkill odd paladin tokens, you get some more mage spells, and you let Divine Favor for more cards. What else? It's 5 mana kill board against Zoo sometimes. With spell power, it would have to be like 7 mana combo with the 2/1 that gives the spell power. But I guess if you have the Innervate, you can do it on 5. That's like a 3-card combo. I don't know. Sounds sketchy. What do you think?
It's not a good.
It's like Holy Nova
card against. Yeah, it's not a good card against like any form of control because you can't generate value out of it, so it's not flexible. Against aggro, giving them better Divine Favor seems bad. And for 5 mana, like, I'd rather just get a guaranteed clear with Dragon's Fury almost all of the time over this, right? And trying to set this up just seems silly.
Yeah, it's just so hard to use this to get value in the slow matchups, right? And against aggro, it's like you can just play your other cards and you don't need the value anyways, so I don't see it fitting in too well. Maybe like Fringe, you might get Blast Waved here and there, but you're probably going to lose to the Blast Wave because it cleared your board rather than the overkill cards from it, right? Yeah, I want to give it a 1.
Same.
Next card, is it the one we've been waiting for? Oh, it is. Janali, the Dragonhawk. 7 mana, 4/4 beast. Battle Cry. If your hero power dealt 8 damage this game, summon Rag. Everyone remembers Rag. So now if we run Baku and we hero power 4 times, we just get to summon Rag and play Jaina and start dealing damage and healing life. What do you think about Janali saying?
I mean, it's insane, but does it push the archetype far enough?
I think it might.
Is there any way, because we know the mage deck doesn't really draw cards, right? And there's no way to tutor it. It's a beast. It's not an elemental. You can't discover it off of like Kalamos or something. You can't really find a way to draw it consistently. And yes, by itself, it's very powerful. But you just gotta draw the card, right? And it's a legendary. There's only one of it in your deck.
Yeah, you're right. This is just another. It's just another like threat we put into Big Mage, right?
Maybe I don't know. I feel like this card
Like a
is the. If there were the opposite of sleepers of a set, I feel like a lot of people are getting baited by this card.
So this card is overhyped, is what you're saying?
Definitely. Definitely. Like, the mage archetype, you don't even get to draw a lot of cards. You can't search for it. There's no way to tutor it. And if you don't draw it, your deck overall is just underpowered and you will lose.
Okay. You've convinced me.
I'll give it like a 2.
So, yeah, Janali is a 2. Sounds good. We can look at the Janali token. Is it actually just Rag? Yep, it's the original Rag. By Fire Be Purged. 8 mana, 8/8. Obviously can't attack. Can be silenced though and attack, you know, with the Ironbeak Owl. I think Forsen messed that up.
Yeah. I mean, if Janali the Dragonhawk was an epic instead of legendary, it'd be a 5, right? It would just push the archetype so far. But
Yeah. Legendary. Alright. Next card. We did the Janali ratings. Both gave it 2s. I gave it a 2 as well. Alright. Hexlord Malakras. What is this? 8 mana, 5/5. Battle Cry. Add a copy of your opening hand to your hand. Accept this card. It's more value. Why?
Don't you like to keep cheap? Don't you like to keep cheap cards in the opening hand? Like, most of the time you're just getting like, I don't know, 7 or 8 mana worth of stuff, so you get resources for another turn, I guess. But you just played an 8 mana 5/5. This is a 1.
Yeah, why would I play an 8 mana 5/5? My other cards in Big Mage do more. Syndragosa gives me an 8/8 and legendaries. You know, Lich King gives me an 8/8 and legendaries. Can we start from the beginning? Frank, I'm just trying to get this done now, brother. Alright, 1. Hexlord Malakras 1. Let's power through, Sam. Power through. Alright, I think Mage was overall really low ratings. The one standout card was basically the Innervate. Saiyan tried to convince me. He sorta convinced me towards the end, but I'll stick by it. We're giving the Innervate a 2. Alright, next class.
Yeah, Mage's rating is only down because you won't ship the archetype.
Shut up. Next class. Gul'dan. What does Gul'dan need? What do we need from Gul'dan? Gul'dan's like a 5 right now, you know? Gul'dan's been a 5 for a while, I think. Alright? Just play Gul'dan. Alright. First card. Reckless Dire Troll. 3 mana, 2/6 taunt. Battle Cry. Discard your lowest cost card. 2/6 taunt. That's decent stats. Lowest cost card. So you sort of can figure out what you discard now. Always discard the Soulfire, things like that. What do you think?
It's not messing up your zoo curve, which is nice. But
I don't know. I guess we should sort of look at all these discard cards together, right? Because this is with the this we can look at it with High Priest Jekalik. Like this is the basic discard push. This set that they have. High Priest Jekalik, 4 mana, 3/4 taunt, lifesteal. When you discard this, add 2 copies of it to your hand. So basically, discarding Jekalik over and over and over and having like 6 or 7 Jekaliks towards the end of the game, and then just playing them and having lifesteal and sort of stabilizing with all your threats and all your lifesteal. I could see it be annoying to play against, but it doesn't seem that strong to me. I don't know. I don't want to play. Do you want to play this card in other decks? What other archetype of Warlock would we play this in?
I am not going to the disco this expansion. I don't think this merits it.
Yeah, this is a 1, right? No way we're playing this. Good. Next card, Blood Troll Sapper, 7 mana 5/8. After a friendly minion dies, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. What?
Okay.
What minions are gonna die?
it kind of like quote unquote protects your other minions, but for 7 mana it's really bad. And there's a 5 mana 3/8 fighter that protects adjacent minions that does this much better because it soaks up the damage from those. So if you play Zoo, you're gonna play that 3/8. You would never even touch this. There's like 10 better options at least.
Yeah, this costs way too much. We could see this be an arena. Sometimes you pick it for a big boy. So yeah, let's give it a 1 and move on. 1.
All right.
1.
Yeah.
Okay, next card. Demon Bolt. 8 mana. Destroy a minion. Costs 1 less for each minion you control. Can't play this in Zoo, I don't think. By turns 3-4, you'll have like, 4 minions, and spending 4 mana to destroy a minion in like Zoo, that's usually not good enough. You just buff and go face. I don't think... I don't know, what else can we play this in?
A 1
Control lock? You want to give it a 1 and move on? Yeah, same.
I think so.
Siphon Soul's better. Like, bad card. Right. Next card. Grim Rally. Oh, you already gave it once? Cool, because, yeah, I want to give it once too, right? Grim Rally, destroy a friendly minion, give your minion...
Oh, no, hold on. Grim Rally's good.
Mark of the Lotus?
It's kind of like Mark of the Lotus. It has a bit of a cost, but we have the 2 mana 0/2 egg, right? And the way it works with Grim Rally is it'll destroy the egg, and then the 1/1s pop out, and those 1/1s are 2/2s. Right.
Okay. And then?
That was just 3 mana summon 2/2s, and the rest of your boards are +1s as well.
We'll have 1 minion probably that we buff, right? Because we'll go 1 mana into coin egg this if we do that. I guess that's okay. So you want me to give this a 2? Soul Infusion is better,
really
right? We go Soul Infusion, like it's 2/2 and give another minion +1/+1, whereas with Soul Infusion and the Doubling Imp is already a 2/2 on its own, and sometimes it's a 4/4 or a 3/3 with the Keleseth. Keleseth is probably going to be better.
They tested it and it doesn't work with the eggs.
Okay.
Oh.
This card's not very good.
Garbage. All right, never mind.
Yeah. Can we give it a 1 and move on?
Okay, yeah.
I don't think Warlock has the synergy to make it good. Alright. Next card. Shriek. 1 mana. Discard your lowest cost card. Deal 2 damage to all minions. So there's 1 mana... Consecration? I guess. Yeah. That's not that bad. Honestly.
It's a pretty good anti-aggro tool. And it'll keep like controlling Warlock decks relevant after Defile.
Yeah.
Is
it going to be played right now?
No, I don't think so.
It's not going to be played right now. Like Evenlock's pretty strong right now. In Control Warlock, you don't play this in.
And you know what the worst feeling is? When you're on the coin and you have to discard the coin and lose tempo for it later on. Or if you're like, I don't know, just really dumb, somehow you just discard your Mountain Giant and then you just have no plays that are good to follow it up. Like,
yeah, I could see it being used. No, I don't see it. I guess I do. I guess you can give it a 2. I guess it can be fringe playable at some points, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like the fact that it's lowest, and if you're on coin, you either have to use it before spending this or just forfeit your tempo gain later. Yeah. 2 seems fine to me.
2 seems good. Next card we have is the Warlock Spirit. Spirit of the Bat. 2 mana. Stealth. For a turn. After a friendly minion dies, give a minion in your hand +1/+1. So, Spirit of the Bat's synergy is basically with Harik.
Bat himself.
Yeah. Harik the Bat himself. We want to make Harik big and then summon a giant board of Hariks. So yeah. Besides that, I don't think we want to play Spirit of the Bat. I think Keleseth is still going to be quite good in Zoo, and Zoo's not even that great. Spirit of the Bat is a 1.
Yeah, Spirit of the Bat. and Hyreek the bad. Okay.
Alright, next card. Soul Warden, 6 mana, 6/6, battle cry. Add 3 random cards you discarded this game to your hand. Ooh. So if we discard a bunch of High Priest Jekyllix, then on turn 6 we get a bunch of High Priest Jekyllix and a 6/6. That's not very good.
I think you won't even have had time to play the Jekyllix, right? That you've already gained from discarding it. What's the point of gaining more?
I mean, we could play Harik the Bat and like Zoo, and then discard him, and then play this, and then wait. If we discard a Soul Warden, we can just play this Soul Warden, and then summon another Soul Warden that summons more other cards we discarded, right?
Didn't we see an infinite like this already? It was like the 5/5 that has a death rattle, right?
Yeah. Cruel Dinomancer or something. Yeah, it's not very good. Can we give this a 1? 6 mana, 6/6, not good card. You want to go Cube Pact or Cube Play Dead on those turns. Or UI. What the heck is a Jekyllix? This is a Jekyllix. High Priestess Jekyllix. But first we have to go to Void Contract. Right, Sam?
No, we don't. I already filled in ones for it.
You filled in ones? Destroy half of each player's deck, though? Wow.
The Thanos card?
We can mess up their combo. Thanos snaps and gone. Yeah, I'm not playing this. 1.
Yeah.
1. Yeah, cool. 1s. I'm not playing Void Contract for my deck. People will, for fun, obviously, but to win games? Nah. High Priest Jekyllix. This is the discard card, similar to, what was it? The 2/2 that kept growing?
Mm-hmm.
What was it called? Was it like a B? Is yellow,
Clutch Mother,
I remember.
Zavis.
Clutch Mother, Zavis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Jekyllix. So you get a bunch of 3/4 taunt life steals. They did it on stream, in the reveal stream, and they just ended up losing in the end. I didn't think it was good enough. I don't think Jekyllix is that good. She could be a 2, but most likely she's a 1.
I have to give her a 2.
People will try it. Yeah, I have to give her a 2 too.
Yeah.
It's a legendary,
Plus, right? You could just play this as a taunt 3/4 lifesteal and probably win more games by just playing her on turn 4, right? And stalling out.
Yeah, I guess that's good. I guess it's comparable. Well, there's the 4/4 legendary taunt lifesteal, which is not even that great when you get it off, but sure. Yeah, we can give her a 2. She also gives Corpse Taker
Even
buff
Warlock.
now for lifesteal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corpse Taker's buffed, and even Warlock gets another like decent life gain card. Like, I think I would just play this card, and it might just be good as taunt lifesteal 4 mana.
Yeah, even Warlock. Sure. 2. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah.
Why not? Alright, last card. Harik the Bat of Warlock. 8 mana, 1/1. If you buff him, if you play him on turn 8, he's a 7/7. 7 1/1s. If you buff him once, he's a 14/14 for 8 mana. If you buff him twice, he's a 21/21 for 8 mana. That's pretty good. How do we buff him?
Okay. I'm gonna give the bat a 1, and then just address something people are saying in chat. They're like, the High Priestess Jekyllix is basically Ziliax. No, Ziliax gets to remove something. The High Priestess, they trade into it how they want. So it's just like a 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but do you want to talk about the bat, I guess, or no?
Yeah, this bat's a lot worse than Onyxia. Yeah, Pierce said it. It's just worse than Onyxia. Yeah. Onyxia is good sometimes. It's very hard to buff Harik. If we get 2 soul infusions on Harik, though... Ooh, I know how. I figured it out. You know how we can isolate the discards? So we draw soul infusions. We just discard the soul infusions with our discards that discard the cheapest cards. And then since we're discarding them, we slowly move Harik to the left and then we dropped the 6/6 to get back our soul infusions, and then on
Alright.
turn 7 we played 2 soul infusions, and on turn 8 Harik is a 40/40, 8 times 5 or 7 times 35/35. Yeah, and he's still bad. So Harik ones. Yeah, Warlock got is that our lowest rating? 1.2. It is, right?
By pretty far. Druid got 1.35. So basically Druid and Warlock, Warlock already has Gul'dan, right? So it's like they're really good.
They were both quite strong.
Didn't get, yeah. That's fair. I think we're actually pretty happy to see lower ratings there.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Anduin Rin himself, Priest. What does Priest get?
Priest.
0 mana.
Regenerate. Restore 3 health. 3 health can hit minions. It can hit anything. So, you know, if you're playing Akanai, it's 0 mana deal 3, potentially.
Yeah, we can do it with the new Akanai, too. What is it called? I'm trying to look for it. Akanai Phantasm. Turn 2. 2 mana, 3/2. And then we can deal 3. That's a lot of tempo. Is it game-winning tempo?
I mean, if Priest had any resemblance of a curve, that would be pretty good. But even then, you'd be giving up resources to do it.
We can use Akanai in the Zalae Priest deck now that with the Grizzlies, and then run Malagos and Velen and start nuking them too.
So you're saying this is just like bonus buffer damage? But
It's gonna be buffer damage as well. Nah, this isn't very
is
good.
yeah, I have a hard
But
time
Pounce
seeing
is bad. Pounce is
it.
way better than this. Pounce has got to be better than this, right?
Yeah,
So like, it's
I mean,
just
this
a combo piece, very weak. It's probably a 1. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Regenerate 1. All right, Seance. Seance? Sense?
Seance.
Seance. 2 mana. Choose a minion. Add a copy of it to your hand. Just better convert. Convert was bad. This is bad. We give it 1s. Move on. Sand Dredge. 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 zombie with taunt. So yeah. Not very good.
I think this is
It's just a 3/3. Sand Dredge Power Word Shield. 3/5 1/1 zombie with taunt. What am I doing with what am I doing with that in my deck in constructed?
Oh, so
like an
you
arena
don't think
card.
it's that good?
Wait, you thought this was a 4? All right. All right,
It's
explain to me.
not
Explain to
looking
me. Explain. Explain to me. Okay. You obviously had a high rating of this card, so.
Well, I was
Tempo-
looking at Priest with like high combo cards, but then I realized it doesn't go well into res decks at all. And
Yeah.
if Priest ever had a tokeny archetype, maybe, but it just doesn't have.
Priest doesn't have.
It's just in the
token
wrong
type,
class.
though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
Man,
have like
if
the
this was-
finishers. Like in Druid, aggro Druid, like with, Savage Roars, Power of the Wilds, Pounce. This could work, but Priest doesn't have like that sort of burst damage with the giant board. They don't really capitalize on it. That's why we tend to see like control Priest decks that burn them out with Mind Blast over the top. So this I'd even want to give this probably a 1. I guess it could be 2. Some people will play it. We can look at the token. What does the token look like? Ooh, the token's a zombie, not a skeleton. It's got hair wrapped up. It's a mummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
1/1,
wanna-
just like the rating.
Yep.
Yeah. I put it back to 1.
Okay. Priest Spirit. It's Spirit of the Dead. Stealth for 1 turn. After a friendly minion dies, shuffle a 1-cost copy of it into your deck. So this can be used as a combo, like you play your board and then play it really cheap and trade. So what are we shuffling for 1 cost that's in our deck, saying?
I just
Prophet
don't
Velen?
like.
They're not going to Reef a Prophet Velen up.
Yeah.
Lich King? Why would we trade with our Lich King if it's on board? Our Lich King is hitting them in the head and giving us another Lich King card.
It's hard to get this to work well with anything, right? Like, just the mechanics seems weird.
Velen Malagos? If we have our Velen and Malagos on board, we should be winning. How are we going to trade off a 4/12 Mali? Do we play this with Velen and Mali on the same turn? Maybe. Maybe. But then it makes our res pool so much worse.
Right, so, like, yeah, you don't want it in the res pool, and even with, like, cloning gallery... No, wait, is it good?
With cloning gallery? Well, after cloning gallery happens, don't they all die at the same time if you cast Spirit Lash?
Yeah. I mean, if they don't have Spirit Lash and they have to kill the thing without being able to kill Spirit. But even though I don't want to draw one plus copy of cards, I just want to draw...
Okay. Yeah, it seems quite weak to me. I'd like to give it a 1.
Yeah,
I don't think we should dwell on the weak cards too much and try to justify them being good. We can, if we feel good about the ones, we can move on pretty quick. Alright, Mass Hysteria. 5 mana, force each minion to attack another random minion. So sort of like a board clear, you don't really know what's going to happen because board states can be different all the time. The reason Brawl is strong, it's a good card, you know exactly what board states are going to look after you cast Brawl. Only one minion's going to win every single time. With Mass Hysteria, you don't really know what's going to happen. Sometimes some minions might live, something might attack the other thing wrong. What do you think? I don't know how to evaluate this. Probably a decent board clear?
So let's just say most of the time 1 or 2 minions are alive. Sometimes it's 0. Like, let's put it like in between 0 and 2. Like, if we just mash it out to be like an average of 1, like Brawl. Does Priest need a Brawl at the moment? I think so.
Yeah, they kind of do, right? Because they're just kind of trying to wait to survive until the Psychic Scream turn or the Coin Scream turn. I've noticed that a lot. Sometimes when I played the Zilay Priest deck, like Akanai Circle tended to save me a bunch because then I had time to survive until Scream. So I would say that Priest does sort of need this board clear type thing around turn 4 or 5 right now, at least.
Yeah, I think Priest desperately needs a board clear, and even though this is a little hard to evaluate, it's a board clear, and it's 5 mana, and it's good for Priest. I'm going to give this one a
3?
4. I think it's going to see play in a lot of archetypes for Priest.
Okay, I want to give it a 3.
Okay.
See play, but still not as much. Alright, next card. Grave Horror. 12 mana, 7/8. Costs 1 less for each spell you've cast this game. Taunt. So it's Arcane Giant Priest with Taunt. I remember in the past, Chalky played an Arcane Giant Priest deck that he did well with. It was sort of just like a greedy priest with Free from Amber and just a bunch of spells. Currently, right now, in Osmos Priest deck, I know that deck can play a bunch of spells with Lyra. Any deck with Radiant Shield Lyra, these can tend to generate a bunch of spells. So this thing can be pretty cheap quite often. I think it seems pretty good to me. What do you think?
Is there room to pull this from like Zerix and things like that? And I feel like...
I think so.
What turn would you want to get this out by, like 6 or 7?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Like, yeah, I think that deck runs Obsidian Statue, and when you draw Obsidian Statue, it's very difficult to play. With this card, this is a 7/8 taunt. It can find instances where it's quite playable, right? Paired with Obsidian Statue. Like, sometimes you have to make the decision, do I Statue here or do I Scream, right?
Right. And if you can kind of do both.
Yeah.
Or maybe
and
play like
you can Grave Horror earlier, maybe. Yeah.
I'll give it a...
It seems 2. Okay to me. Yeah.
What do you
I think I want to give it... I think I want to give it a 2 as well. Like, when I say pretty good, I think, I mean... Like, it'll be played in a sort of niche deck here and there, but not like the top tier #1 deck every time. It might be good in that deck. Maybe it's a 3. Here, you can give it a 3 for me. It's probably going to see more play. Like, Arcane Giant was a strong card. I think Priest is a class that can play a lot of spells. Okay. Next card. Akanai Phantasm. Battle Cry. This turn, your healing effects deal damage instead. So basically, it's Akanai for 1 turn, the turn you play it. 2 mana, 3/2. Its main combo on turn 2 is that 0 mana spell we showed earlier. It's a bunch of tempo, but then you play 2 cards for 1 card, and doesn't really matter. Turn 4, you can do this with hero power, so 4 mana, 3/2, deal 2 damage. Not really that strong. What do you think? I don't think this is that good.
I mean, I don't like that it's only this turn, and I think that Akanai surviving as a 3/1 and the combo is so valuable.
Yeah.
I get that it's cheaper, but why do we need your board clear to be 2 mana? Just save it for 4. It's game winning, right?
I think this card's a 1.
Yeah, this is just a 1. For sure.
I'm putting it in my deck. Alright, next card. Surrender to Madness, 3 mana. Destroy 3 of your mana crystal. Give all minions in your deck +2/+2. Keleseth Step, but you lose all your mana crystals. So you can't even play Chain Gang. Can I give this a 1 and move on?
Aggro Priest 1.
Okay. Next card, we're getting to the legendaries now. Is this the Loa? Bonsam D? Isn't there like a Asian player named Sam D, I feel? Who always plays Odd Rogue?
The card is named after him.
Yeah, Bonsam D the Dead. 7 mana, 7/7. Draw 1 cost minion from your decks until your hand is full. So this combos with the spirit that we showed earlier, right? Spirit of the Dead, and we shuffle our cards in, and then we draw them for 1 mana with Bonsam D. Yeah, that seems like way too much setup and way too much things to do in my priest deck. Why would I play that?
Next one.
Alright, 1s, right?
Yeah.
Alright, next card. Princess Talanji. 8 mana, 7/5, Battle Cry. Summon all minions from your hand that didn't start in your deck. Whoa! That's a giant board. Right? How do we get minions in our hand that didn't start in our deck?
You play Seance. You play Holy Water.
Okay, I'm not getting convinced yet.
You play Zola. You can Brewmaster Shadow Madness, their Void Lord.
Thoughtsteal.
And Thoughtsteal. You can all that's okay.
Elise
so 1.
Benedictus. 1? Yeah.
Benedictus.
It's quite strong. Maybe I'll give it a 2. Some people might make some things work with it. Like the effect's good. So it's too good to not work. Okay, so we did all the classes there. Yeah, Priest got a 1.5. So the worst was Warlock, then it went Druid, then Priest. Maybe Priest should have gotten some more love, or maybe we're underrating the Priest cards. We might be. But yeah. I think some of the strongest classes didn't get that many good cards. I mean, Rogue got a decent average, but I think it's mostly that was changed by Grawl the Shark. It was our 5. Okay, so next card, we can do neutrals now. Let's power through the neutrals. Alright, neutral cards. First one, let's just go through them really quick. Gurubashi Chicken, if they're not like worth talking about, we can just give them 1s and move on. Gurubashi
I'm just
Chicken.
Gonna copy your rating unless you okay.
Yeah, 1. Gurubashi Chicken. Alright, next card. Helpless Hatchling. 1 mana, 1/1 Death Rattle. Reduce the cost of a beast in your hand by 1. It's a beast. I want to give this a 1. What do you want to give it, Saiyan? I know you like this card a bit more than me.
I want to give it a 2 at least. I feel like Hunter having a 1 reduction on another beast is not that bad.
Yeah. So Helpless Hatchling, I think that 1 mana, 1/1. I don't think that's impactful enough. Like the Death Rattle, reducing the cost by 1, so we get to go like maybe Dire Mole and then a Razor Maw for cheaper, fit in an extra 1 drop. But I don't think that's strong enough to warrant like this 1 mana.
To like put it in your
our deck.
Yeah,
that's why I don't want to give it higher than a 1. But I can see what you mean. But yeah, okay, 1. Next card.
That's so terrible.
Serenite Taskmaster. 1 mana, 2/3. Death Rattle. Summon a 0/3 free agent with taunt for your opponent. Here's the free agent. It's a 1 mana, 0/3 taunt. Zombie Chow-esque. It's Death Rattle, so after it dies, they get the 0/3 taunt. It's usually not useful for them. This card's pretty good, right?
It's really hard for you to get to their other minions afterwards, right? If you're a weapon.
Yeah, but this first minion is gonna kill a bunch of minions, right? Is the thing. We're like, that's the trade-off. We give them a 0/3 taunt rather than them having the extra minions earlier.
Right, we can kill some 1/1s or something from the Paladin or from the Rogue, but then we just gave them an 0/3 free agent to protect their Hench Clan Thug or their Vicious Fledgling later on, right?
Yeah, and by that time, we're going to MC tech them, right?
No.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. Same. I don't think this card's very good.
Okay. I'm giving it a 1.
Okay. I'll give it a 1 as well. Alright, next card is Cheaty Ankle Biter, 2 mana, 2/1 Lifesteal, Battlecry, deal 1 damage. So when it shoots, it will also Lifesteal for 1. Why would I play this card in my decks? Okay, 1.
Arena cards, yeah. Marksman.
Yeah. Alright, next card. Dozing Marksman, 2 mana, 0/4, has +4 attack while damaged. 1, move on.
Yep.
Okay. Next card, Scarabag, 2 mana, 0/2, Death Rattle, summon 3 1/1 Scarabs. So, yeah, we have, I guess, a sort of 2-drop now for Zoo if you want to play. It works with Direwolf, maybe Knife Juggler. Maybe you're not forced to run Keleseth anymore in your Zoo, but maybe you still play Keleseth because it's insane. Yeah.
This is such a good Knife Juggler card, too.
Yeah, it's pretty good with Knife Juggler, Direwolf, like old Zoo.
I mean, you remember Knife Juggler Implosion, right? And like...
Yeah.
It's just too bad we don't have PO. This card would be so good with PO.
Yeah, I want to give it like a 2. It'll probably be tested out in Zoo, but I think Keleseth might just reign on top.
An archetype or no?
Let me see. They're
They're
beasts. The Scarabs are beasts, yeah.
Oh, they are beasts. This changes everything, Muzzy.
Yeah, this goes in Hunter. Mid-range Hunter?
Maybe. The thing itself is not a beast. That's a problem, too.
Yeah, because it's going to be very hard for this to attack without, like, Direwolf. I guess Argus works, too. I don't know. I think giving it a 2 is even optimistic, but it'll definitely be tried. I'd like to give it a 2. At least for me. Yeah.
2 for now. And as Trump would say, 5 later.
Alright, Sharkfin Fan. 2 mana, 2/2 pirate. After your cure attack, summon a 1/1 pirate. A lot of people are saying even rogue. We have the serrated rogue weapon now to give our pirates rush. This card's pretty good. It could work in other classes too. I think this card's decent. Maybe it might be played. I don't know how much of an impact it's going to have. Probably not too much, but this card will definitely be jumping around every now and then. I feel like giving it a 3 is giving it too much credit, though. What do you think?
I was going to give it a 4 because it's a neutral and it can see play not just in Rogue, but maybe something else.
Okay, yeah.
But the Rogue, obviously, even Rogue coming down hard. You're giving it a 2? Okay.
3. You can say 3.
Oh, 3? Okay.
Yeah. Alright, next card. Wait, here's the token. A Swabby gets
Oh,
summoned. A 1-mana 1/1 pirate. Alright, next card. Spellzerker, 2-mana 2/3. Has spell damage +2 while damaged. Spell damage +2 is a lot.
Mage should run this card, right? Any like
Yeah,
aggressive
yeah.
mage,
We can play this card, like,
missiles
ping it
and things like
damage.
that.
Yeah, definitely. Like, in Temple Mage, this card's quite good in Temple Mage. +2 spell
And it's
damage is
just-
a lot.
You actually just play this over Cosmic Anomaly because you can just ping it and play the whatever, right? With it.
Well, I think you might still play Cosmic Anomaly. We might cut other cards for this as 2 because Cosmic Anomaly being a 4-mana 4/3 is still good. Yeah,
Right.
it's for more damage. I think it's probably like a 2, maybe a 3.
2.
Like, most of the neutrals are going to be 1, so the fact like that some of them are 2s means they're playable every now and then. It's not bad. Okay, Banana Buffoon, 3-mana 2/2. He gives 2 bananas to our hand. He's like old Mukla Tyrant of the Veil, but he's half the cost with less of the stats, and it's not a beast. What do you think?
And you can
combo.
play
It
2
gives us
of them.
combo tokens. We can play 2 of them. We can give bananas for our Violet teachers. What do you think of Banana Buffoon saying? I know you like
Buffoon,
it.
Banana Buffoon. I want to say 2 now, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it at 2.
Okay. You gave me a 3 for Spellzerker. It's a 2. All right, I'll give Banana Buffoon a 2 too. I think it's worth trying. Probably a 1,
Okay.
but it's
Okay.
worth trying. It's worth trying. All right,
This
here are
next
the
card.
bananas. It's a 1-mana. Give bananas +1/+1. Okay. Next
This card.
Ornery Tortoise. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, deal 5 damage to your hero as the battle cry. 3-mana 3/5 has the beast tag. In my book, 4. Insane.
4.
Winter. Insane. 3/5, unkillable, contest the board, Houndmaster this, win the game. How does this not just fit into your curve? It's better than Companion almost every time.
Bear Shark usually doesn't die.
But this is a 3/5. It becomes a 5.
This damages us for Heal Paladin as well, but I think as Heal Paladin you pretty much want to play Thekel on turn 2 or 3 every single time.
And this basically has no downside for
Is this better than Pit Lord or worse than Pit Lord? Pit Lord deals 5 damage as well. And
If
it's
Pit Lord
5-6 stats for 1 more mana.
It's way better than Pit Lord. It's better than Pit Lord because it fits into the Houndmaster curve. Hunter doesn't care about its life total, so basically there's no battle cry at all for it. It's just 3-mana 3/5 stats beast.
This doesn't get spellstoned in Hero Powered, I guess.
Yeah.
Usually. Yeah, okay. 5 health is a lot. I'll give this a 3.
Okay.
See it being played in other stuff too. Alright, next card.
Already gave
Arena
it.
Fanatic. Yeah. Arena Fanatic, 4-mana 2/3. It's like that hand buff card. Glowstone Technician, 6-mana 3/4. That gives everything in your hand +2/+2. I thought would be played a little, and no one played it. I still think that card's good, but this card's just way worse. So yeah, this is a 1. Move on.
Okay.
Alright, next card. Arena Treasure Chest, 4-mana 0/4. Death Rattle, draw 2 cards. 1. Move on. Sound good?
Yep. Put it in Arena. Yep. Halftime Scavenger.
Alright, Halftime Scavenger, 4-mana 3/5. Stealth, Overkill, gain 3 armor. So most of the time, you're going to play this, you're going to gain 3 armor, and then it actually threatens to gain 3 armor again against aggro if they don't trade into it. So is it like a 4-mana 3/5 taunt, gain 3 armor? I don't know from aggro. So
I mean, I don't think it's that bad as an anti-aggro tool, and because Overkill is like it happens on only when you attack. The fact that it's stealth and it gets to attack and probably almost always gain 3 armor, right?
yeah.
It's not a bad
think
tech
it
card.
could be-
I'd put it at a 2.
Yeah, 2's okay. Same. I'll try it as a 2. It probably won't be good in the end, but I think it's good. Alright, next card. Regenerating Thug. See it? Alright. 4-mana 3/5. At the start of your turn, restore 2 health to this minion. 1.
1. They don't need to kill it when it's on the board, and when you attack, they're just not going to let it live, right? So what's the point?
Not playing as instructed. Alright, next card. Rumble Tusk Shaker. 4 mana 3/2. Death Rattle, summon a 3/2 Rumble Tusk Breaker. This could be compared to the Druid card, which was the spell, which we summoned 2 Raptors the same turn, which wasn't very good, and this card is not very good. Like, people have always brought up the comparison to Piloted Shredder in the past over and over again with this card, and even with the Paladin card. What's that Paladin card? The 4 mana one saying?
The Paladin card from which expansion?
I forget, but its Death Rattle is summon a 2/2 for your opponent on their turn. Like if you kill it on their turn. So if you trade with it, you don't get a 2/2.
Vigul, 3 mana thing, right?
Well, Vrygul's the 3/1. There's a Paladin one that's a 4 mana one.
Skelemancer.
No. That's the 8/8 with the 5 mana 2/2.
Alright, I'm trying to blank here.
I forget what it is, but it's whatever, and the comparison to the Pilot Shredder is always amazing.
5/2.
Yeah, 4 mana 5/2.
He's arrogant something. I remember.
Yeah, Arrogant Crusader. Yeah. It's that. Okay, yeah, and like I said, the comparison to Piloted Shredder is always made, and it's never Piloted Shredder. This, Author JMac, this is a mini Piloted Shredder. No, it's not, dude. 3/2 stats are way worse than 4/3 stats.
Yeah, it doesn't trade up
I'm
that
giving
well.
it a 1. Yeah. Alright, next card. Here's the token.
The art's insane.
Yeah, he's jumping in an arena, it seems. He's fighting for glory, and people are being entertained by the death of other orc lives. Okay. Ticket Scalper. 4 mana 5/3. Overkill. Draw 2 cards. So if you give this rush with the serrated tooth, it's a pirate too. So if we give this rush with the serrated tooth, and we overkill, drawing 2 cards, it's not that bad. Kill a Spreading Plague token. Draw
Elven, right?
Oh wait. Yeah. Kill a Spreading Plague tokens because we'd punch a Spreading Plague token to a 1/4, right? And then overkill it. Draw 2. I think Elven Minstrel will still be played. Maybe this is more like a one of potentially. I don't know. It's still hard to say. I think
Elven might be.
I think if you give it rush. Okay, if you give it rush, it's absolutely insane. But on its own, it's way weaker. And combo's way weaker. Or way easier to activate. We'll give it 2s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
That's a good pickup. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Dragon Maw Scorcher. 5 mana 3/6. Battle Cry. Deal 1 damage to all other minions. This card's a dragon, which I guess makes your dragon dex good. But on its own, that's actually not that bad. Dealing 1 damage to all other minions. Paladin's pretty popular right now. Like Odd Paladin. This is just a neutral answer to most Odd Paladin board states. You can run it in dragon decks as well. It's a neutral card.
And the fact that it's odd cost, right? You can play an odd rogue and things like that as well. So it's very versatile.
You can play it in Odd Rogue as a counter to Odd Paladin too. And the other thing is we can just play this in Hunter right now too, because like on turn 5, coming 1 turn earlier with the board clear potential that they're not expecting. Like I think this could be seen in Hunter as well. I think this card's quite good. I think it'll see a lot of tech play. 3?
3? Yeah, I agree. It's like even better than just a standard tech card. Yeah.
All right.
1.
Next card. 5 mana 1/1. Former champ. Summon a 5/5 hotshot. Yeah, it's a 1.
I want to see the hotshot art. That's
all right.
okay.
The hotshot. It's got muscles. It's got pecs.
It's
definitely a hotshot compared to this former champ. This guy used to look like this, but now he's the trainer. So he dies, and then this guy comes out and gets revenge for him. Okay, next card. Sightless Ranger. 5 mana 3/4. Rush. Overkill. Summon 2 1/1 bats. 1. That's not good enough for what it does.
Yep.
Very mediocre card. Okay, here's a bat. Bat art. These bats are pretty ferocious. Yeah. Bats are ferocious, huh? Okay, next card. Amani Warbear. 7 mana 5/7. Rush Taunt. Removal. Taunt.
It's pretty interesting.
I'm seeing all these cards and I'm...
Right?
Yeah. I guess the Hadronox decks can try out all these taunt cards, right?
Yeah,
It
and
seems
it's
pretty
like
weak though.
there's no good 7 mana in Hadronox at the moment, and when you resummon it, Hadronox resummoning it means that you just get to kill anything that you want for free as well. It makes your Hadronox better, and it fills out your curve. I want to give this at least a 2.
But can't
I
we
agree
just
that
play
the
the
stat
6
line
mana
isn't that
spell
great,
in
but
Hadronox Druid?
the 6 mana spell to summon the
Yeah,
beast or
that
whatever.
summons a beast and just gives it rush.
But then it's only
We can play
it's
it
a
with.
beast itself. What am I saying? You can't play it in Hadronox. Oh my god! All right.
Yeah,
all right,
this
that's
is a
one.
beast.
Oh,
Okay.
adding the beast tag, so smart, Blizzard. All right, I just can't read. All right, next
Alright,
one.
it's a 1. Yeah. That's what I thought. Rabble Bouncer, 7 mana, 2/7, costs 1 less for each enemy minion taunt. So this is kind of like the, remember the old Ogre Brute card? Or not Ogre Brute, it was the 5 mana 4/5 that cost 3 if the opponent had 3 minions, I think. There's some Ogre cards, so it's kind of comparable to like that. So if they have 4 minions, let's say this cost 3 mana. That's pretty good.
The bruising,
Against
right?
Zoo? Yeah.
But I hate that it has to be reduced by 4 mana for it to be good, because that means they have 4 minions, which means they're playing into MC tag. So a lot of the time they're just not doing that.
Yeah, MC text is better. And then if they have 3 minions and we play this as a 4 mana 2/7 taunt, is that good?
No, it's like
Oh.
barely scraping by.
Yeah. This is a 1. This is a 1.
Okay, next
Next
one.
card. Moshog Enforcer, 8 mana 2/14, taunt Divine Shield. So when we draw all our Dragon Hatchers in hand, our Oakheart can still summon this.
Okay. Okay. I mean, it is quite an insane. Like.
Do we play
taunt
Void
minion.
Ripper in Taunt Druid now, so we can make our Moshog Enforcers deal face damage and our Sleepy Dragons deal face damage?
Nope. That deck just wins by surviving so much value.
Okay.
And this card is
Yeah.
not that good.
Is a 1?
Yeah.
Alright, Moshog Enforcer 1. Good. Belligerent Gnome, 2 mana 1/4, taunt, battle cry. If your opponent has 2 or more minions, gain +1 attack. 2 mana 2/4 taunt sometimes. Most of the time it's a 1/4 taunt for 2, which is really bad. 2/4 taunt for 2 is pretty okay against Zoo. But that's when they go like Flame Imp into Keloseth, which will be rough anyways, or like Flame Imp into double 1-drop most of the time, so they should tap. So it's like a 2/4 if you're behind, and it'll equalize the board pretty well, actually. What do you think?
I wanted to give it a 1 straight away, but are you making cases for like a 2 or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to make a case for a 2, but I'm not seeing the cases for a 2.
Okay. Next one then. The
Okay.
Bookie, I think.
Bookie? Booty Bay Bookie. Okay. Booty Bay Bookie, 2 mana 3/3. Give your opponent a coin. I think this is the first 3/3 they've printed for 2 mana in terms of stats. But it's Battle Cry. Give your opponent a coin's really bad. Coin's
wanna
really
give this
good.
1.
We don't want to give them a coin. Yeah, 1.
And remind the people watching that once upon a time Alex Strauss's champion was a 3/3 with charge for 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, how far we've come.
Okay, next card. Fire Tree Witch Doctor. 2 mana 2/2. If you're holding a dragon, discover a spell. Discovering spells are quite strong. But
And like we said earlier, there's no... For warriors?
yeah,
right.
for warriors, there's not really that many spells. I guess Priest can play dragons. Dragon Priest. The spells you'd want are Shadow Vision, Spellstone, Free from Amber, things like those.
Yeah, I think this is an easy 3, potentially. Like, it should just fit into a lot of dragon archetypes that don't have a strong, like, early game curve.
Just as a 2-drop? Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Easy 3.
This next one, I believe, just
Yeah, it's
deserves a question
neutral.
mark.
Okay, Serpent Ward, 2 mana 0/2 totem. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. It's a totem, a neutral totem.
It's a question mark in my mind. Like, why is it a totem? Why is it an O2? Why is it dealing damage? What is, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the answers. Okay. Shield Breaker, 2 mana 2/1 Battlecry, silence an enemy minion with taunt. Okay. Ironbeak Owl, old.
This is the
What aggro deck do we have? Yeah. Apparently Chalky didn't design this though. Well, what aggro card do we have? Or what aggro deck do we have right now that can afford to, that's not odd and can afford to play this?
Shaman. Even Shaman can really use this.
Even Shaman?
Over spending the mana on Hex, I think. And
But most of the time, even Shaman doesn't even go face, right?
okay, does it need to be odd or even? Can aggro decks like Zoo just play this over Ironbeak Owl because it's like well statted enough and costs?
Well, are we cutting Keloseth from our Zoo deck?
Potentially once we start playing O2s. I mean, there's no doubt that this card.
I mean,
obviously,
Zoo
is strong in aggro.
Yeah, Zoo also trades a bunch. Like a lot of times in the past, Zoo is also good because, like, Ironbeak Owl Zoo, you don't lose to Edwin Van Cleef anymore. This can't silence Edwin Van Cleef. I guess if there's going to be a lot of those paladins around with the 4 mana 8/8 taunts, this is insane versus that, right? If Heal Paladin becomes a thing. Okay, like this card is definitely like good and has an effect to not wearing a 1, so like a 2, maybe.
I think justifying it for 2 is pretty reasonable.
Okay.
Thanks for pointing
Soup
out
Vendor.
the Paladin example. Yeah. Card.
Soup Vendor, 2 mana 1/4. Whenever you restore 3 or more health to your hero, draw a card. Are we putting this in? What are we putting Soup Vendor in?
Well, if your heal paladin is like even more draw cycle oriented / combo oriented, then maybe Soup Vendor makes sense. Just to get an extra draw.
Yeah, no. Why would I
thing
play a
that they
2
need to
mana
kill.
1/4?
You just save it for like your heal on 4 or something.
I
No.
don't think it does enough.
Okay. You
I'm
wanna
sorry,
put it at a
Soup
1?
Vendor.
I think I agree.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Soup Vendor. I'm sure your soup
The
tastes
next-
very good. I'd really like to try it, but I don't live in your universe. Alright, Water Boy. 2 mana 2/1. Your next hero power this turn costs 0. In the past, there used to be a card called, was it Lancelot or Lance Carrier or something? Or Fencing Coach. 3 mana 2/2. Your next hero power costs 0. Not this turn, just in the past. That card never saw play. Will Waterboy see play? No, I don't think so. What deck do you want to play Waterball or Waterboy in?
It's just 2 mana 2/1 deal 1. It's probably not worth it.
Deal 1? You mean it's just a 0 mana 2/1, right? Basically.
Oh, yeah, because some of the hero powers don't deal 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think Waterboy's that good. 1.
Yep.
Alright.
Benched.
Next card. Murloc Tasty Fin. It's a Murloc, 4 mana 3/2. Death Rattle. Draw 2 Murlocs from your deck. Most of the time when you play Murlocs in your deck, you usually win by turn 5 or turn 4 with Megasaur, right? And the Murloc deck that currently exists, Murloc Mage, usually has enough draw with the Book of Specters and other things. Okay, I don't see Murloc Tasty Fin going into my Murloc deck.
Me neither.
Can we give it a 1? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, let's give it a 1. Next. Arena Patron. 5 mana 3/3. Overkill. Summon another Arena Patron. Yeah, these patrons aren't going to be multiplying like the patrons of old. These patrons have devolved. So, 1 for Arena Patron. Next card we have is Gurabashi Offering. 1 mana 0/2. At the start of your turn, destroy this and gain 8 armor. 1 mana, gain 8 armor next turn. Is this good?
Nope. I offer it a 1.
Okay. What's the value of
contender.
8 armor? What's the value of 8
value
armor?
of-
Because right now, Bring It On is for 2 mana, gain 10 armor, but it has an insane downside, and some decks play Bring It On.
They have to not be
Mainly-
able to kill this. But I guess if you're going first, they can't kill it, right?
Yeah. Well, oh wait, this isn't Death Rattle. Gain 8 armor. Oh
Yeah.
crap! If they just kill it, oh god! I thought this was at the. Oh, I thought this was Death
You
Rattle.
gotta-
Gain 8 armor, and at the start of your turn, destroy it. Oh my. Oh my. All right, 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta draw it on turn 1 for it to do something, and even then.
Yeah, this is so bad. Okay, Masked Contender. 3 mana 2/4. Battle Cry. If you control a secret, play a secret from your deck. I mean, this will probably be tried out in Secret Mage, maybe, right?
Yeah, I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, 2.
Would it fit
We'll
into
try
anything,
it.
you know?
It's probably not good, but I can't
It's
think
probably
of
one of the
anything
most
it's gonna
generous
fit
2s
into.
we've given, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
But okay.
All right, next card. 3 mana 3/4. Drakari Trickster. Battle Cry. Give each player a copy of a random card from their opponent's deck. What? Oh, it's a copy of a random card. Okay.
Okay.
I don't. What do you think?
Fun times in Arena. I'll give it a 1.
Okay, same. 3/4s are good stats, but it's not good enough. All right, next card. Untamed Beastmaster. Oh, this is the old man who has lived in nature of the trolls. Is this guy a troll? No, he looks like a human, but he's lived in nature for a while, and he's back with all these all these beasts to take over the town. All right, 3 mana 3/4. Untamed Beastmaster. Whenever you draw a beast, give it +2/+2. It's a lot of value. It's infinite value if you keep drawing beasts with the spell hunt or not spell hunter with the
Master's
what's
Call.
it called? Quest Hunter, Master's Call, things like that. But I don't want to play this on turn 3. I want to play my beast on turn 3 and Houndmaster on turn 4. Right?
Yeah, I think we give it a 2. It fits into some combo potential, and when it does, it's really good.
Yeah.
But okay, Ice Cream Peddler.
Okay. Ice Cream Peddler. 4 mana 3/5. If you control a frozen minion, gain 8 armor. Okay, 1.
Yeah, you have to control the frozen minions, so they've got to play something that's starting to freeze you, right? Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Or you could freeze your minion yourself. It seems quite bad. Okay, next card. Moshog Announcer. 5 mana 6/5. Enemies attacking this have a 50% chance to attack something else. You can go face.
Or someone else.
Yeah. This
So
card's
the
not
difference
bad.
between this and prior ogre cards is that it used to be the ogre not hitting the right target. Now it's minions not being able to hit the ogre, and they really want to hit the ogre because it's aggressively statted and is trying to kill them, right? So if Mosh Og Announcer reads, 50%
the time
chance of
live.
having, half the time live, or half the time get a divine shield, basically, or whatever kind of negated effect, or half the time have noble sacrifice up, basically, right? And who cares if this is your only minion on the board, because it could hit your face, and if you're an aggressive deck, you don't care at all if it hits your face.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Okay,
this
I wanna
is
give this a
easily
2.
3.
3.
Yeah, I
What
think this
deck-
could
what
fit well
deck do you
into
think?
I mean, aggressive decks like Rogue, I would value this higher than, like, maybe not higher than Bittertide Hydra, but close to that level of good.
It's a bit worse, but yeah, I can see it. I don't know what the aggro decks currently exist that I want to play it in, but I think in the future, like if like sort of these mid-rangey or aggro decks exist, then this could go in. Okay, next card. What do we got? Snapjaw Shellfighter, 5 mana, 3/8. Whenever an adjacent minion takes damage, this minion takes it instead. So this like protects your other minions. 1?
Why is it 1?
I don't know. I thought you said 1. That's why I asked 1 questioningly. Okay, so
whenever
yeah,
an
we can
adjacent
talk about
minion
it a bit.
takes damage. Yeah, this minion takes it instead, right?
So yeah, this protects your other boards or your other minions, sort of. But maybe for 5 mana, it's better to play an even bigger minion, and you don't care about your other minions that die, or you play Fungal Mancer and buff your other minions so they can't even deal enough damage to kill your other minions. Why? What do you think?
I really like that it absorbs AoE, but the thing about this
Oh, it absorbs AoE?
whenever-
How does that
does,
work?
right?
I don't know. How does it work?
And AoE does all the effects at the same time, so you can like overkill this by a lot, right? Or will it resolve in the middle?
Okay, so let's say we have a board and then a Snapjaw Shellfighter and then they Dragon's Fury. Does this Snapjaw Shellfighter absorb all the damage and the rest of our board lives?
It absorbs it for the adjacent minions, right?
Oh, it's only 2 minions.
Right. So wouldn't the AoE just deal the 15 damage? Like if it landed a 5, and Shellfighter would take 5, 5, 5, and it'd be -7, right? And then it dies.
Yeah. That doesn't seem very good. It only saves 2 minions.
Yeah.
I don't like it that much.
The downside, it has a really big downside, is whenever an adjacent minion takes damage, this minion takes it instead, right? So if your adjacent minions are small minions that you've had on the board for a while, like 1/3s, like Dire Moles, right? It still attacks the minion next to it. So your opponent will take the 1 damage from the Dire Mole, but this will take the damage the Dire Mole would have taken, and it won't be able to deal the 3 back to the minion. So that's a big downside of Shellfighter, is if you have to play it next to small minions, or if they find a way to manipulate it so they kill a minion and then they have a small minion on adjacent to Shellfighter, it doesn't get to deal its damage. It just deals the 1 that Dire Mole had.
Okay, so what, you think this card's playable? I don't think it is still, even with all that. Saving 2 minions often quite good. What deck are we trying to save them in though? Zoo? The 2 minions are usually pretty weak, I found.
I mean,
Drop this next to a fledgling and win. Well, turn 5, if it's coming to your turn and you already have a fledgling on board, that means that fledgling has probably attacked and lived. You're probably just going to win still.
But even think about the stat line, Muzzy. It's a 3/8, right?
Is it fisting the turtle? No, the turtle is tied onto its arm to use as sort of a protective shell for the turtle. But the turtle seems to be alive. It hasn't been killed. So I'm assuming this shell fighter and this turtle have been friends for since a young age, and that's why they sort of grew together in the troll area and became battle partners.
Okay, but it's a 3/8. It's like well statted, right?
3/8. I guess is okay stats.
The stats are good.
Okay. I'd be fine giving it a 2. I think I could see play, but
Okay. Sure, I'll throw a 2 at it.
All right, next card, Crowd Roaster. Crowd Roaster. This is Twitch chat's roaster. Imagine Twitch chat getting roasted. This card will roast them. I should read it first. If you're holding a dragon, deal 7 damage to an enemy minion. So it's like 7 mana, 7/4, destroy a minion if you're holding a dragon. Whereas Rend Blackhand was a 7 mana, 8/4, and it destroyed a dragon. Or no, it destroyed a legendary minion if you're holding a dragon. This is removal. This is pretty good. What things have 7 health that you want to kill currently?
It's almost always overkill.
7 or less.
The fact that it's a dragon is nice.
Yeah.
And
What minions currently have 7 health that we want to destroy? I'm not sure.
it's really good in like mid-range battles, right? But we're not gonna see a lot of mid-range battles, I don't think.
It probably won't, but it will be tried in the Dragon deck, so I don't want to give it like... I want to at least give it a 2, because...
Yeah.
It'll be played, right?
I'm happy giving it a 2 too. Hooked Reavers, who...
As an odd deck, or not an odd deck, a Dragon deck? I guess Dragon Warrior, maybe? 7 damage? It's 7 damage to a minion, Reggie. And then you sort of get... I would say a weak statted minion on the backswing. It's a 7/4. A lot of removal these days that they're pushing deal 4 damage for 1 mana, like Wing Blast, the elemental stuff. It's usually gonna die, so yeah. We can move on to the next card. It's Line Cracker, 7 mana, 5/10. Overkill, double this minion's attack. So we play 7 mana, 5/10, we kill something, and then it becomes maybe a 10-7, 10-6. Is that good?
Arena card.
Arena card, yes. 1 star. Alright, next card. I like this one. Legendary, neutral. Grifta. 4 mana, 4/5. Yeti stats. Good stats. We play 4/5s. Discover 2 cards. Give 1 to your opponent at random. So it's sort of like a risk. You can pick an insane discover card, and then you can pick like a really shitty card, and then boom, give them a card that they never get to play, and it fills up their hand space, which usually doesn't matter. So.
And you get an insane card, but on the backswing, what if they get an insane card and you get a bad card? It's like...
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Or you can just take 2 pretty good cards both times. It's sort of like giving an extra card. It's not that good.
The thing I like, though, is like a lot of the good cards for you as an aggressor aren't good for your opponent. So if you have like burn damage cards, right, that you can discover, you're happy taking that as a good card in receiving it. And
whatever class you play, it'll be weighted slightly, right?
Yeah. So that is the nice thing. Like sometimes as an aggressor, a lot of your good cards are just bad cards for them as well.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to give Grifta like maybe a
2? It's cool, and it's like
it's cool.
It takes skill to play it, right? And that's like pretty cool.
All right, Grifta's a 2. All right. Oh, whoops, we skipped through. Next card, Mojo Master Zihi. Finally, the counter to the turn 6 UIs. Right. Turn 5, we see them go like Nourish Growth. They're going into 10 mana. As even lock. As even lock, we just coin Mojo Master Zihi now. They go to 6 mana. We win the game. What other classes? It's neutral. What other classes can we play it in? Do we play it in Shutterwalk? We can just give them 10 mana and then still follow our fair Shutterwalk curve. What else is there? Or what other classes can we play it in? I mean, I think it definitely goes in even lock. In aggro? Yeah, we could play it in aggro too. When you play this, do you have 5 unfilled or filled or unfilled crystals? You will have unfilled crystals, I'm pretty sure. If you play this on 10 mana though, you will get 4... You will be set to 5 crystals and you can still spend 4 crystals, I think. I think that's how it works. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, you should really read this card as set your mana crystals to 5 and your opponent's to... I mean, it's like... Because your opponent's the first one to get 6 mana, right? Or set each player's mana crystals to 5. Your opponent goes first, basically. He will always have 6 mana crystals, and then you will have 6 mana crystals. You basically make it so your opponent is ahead of you after the reset, always.
Okay.
That's not a great effect.
I mean, against Druid, I think it's fine. Against Druid, it's fine, though. After they've mostly ramped already. You can't use the 5 mana? I would assume you can't use the 5 mana, otherwise it'd be insane. Yeah, it
I
blocks
think
Psychic
it's a
Scream,
weak card.
Twisting Nether. You think it's what?
I think it's a weak card.
I mean, I want to give it a 3. I think it'll be tried out a bunch. I don't know if it'll be that great, but if I definitely want to try it out. I want to give it a 3.
Okay, I want to give it a 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Good card to compare this to is a 6 and a 5/5. The spells cost more. Yes, some people played Nerubian Unraveler. Some metas, Nerubian Unraveler was just correct. Alright, next card. Da Undertaker. The legendary 8-mana 8/5 battle cry gained the death rattle effects of 3 friendly minions that died this game. So, 3 friendly minions. Gaining 3 death rattles, it's pretty good. You can get it with the Paladin card, apparently, where we can shuffle it into our decks and then play it again. So yeah, this card's pretty good. What do you think?
What is ideal for minions? Like, when does Undertaker become good?
I mean, you can get an Egg Death Rattle. That's fine to have it on. You can get a Katharina Death Rattle. That's okay. What other Death Rattles are there? Cube Death Rattle doesn't really work. Eggs. Ooh, Hadronox. Yeah, that's a good point. Hadronox Death Rattles, right? This is just now warriors can't beat Hadronox Druid anymore, right?
Yeah.
Because you just have too many for them to silence.
The main power of Undertaker is that it's like a very powerful 1 death rattle. Like, if this red gained the death rattle of like 2, I think it'd be fine. I don't think it needs 3 to be good. So it could be like a death rattle themed deck that uses this as a finisher.
Yeah, I agree. So it's just good that it gains, like, it has the potential to gain more effects than what it needs to be good, right? I'm fine with giving this card a 4, I think. This will see a lot of play.
Okay. I'm a little less optimistic. I'm going to give it a 3. But let's move on.
This is from opponents' minions too? No, Fino. It literally says friendly. What are you doing, Fino?
Ooh, I just realized top personal player doesn't read the cards. It's okay. I messed up like 2 or 3 times earlier this review already.
Okay. Next card. Undasta. 9 mana 7/7 rush. Overkill. Summon a beast from your hand. So the dream is to play the Undasta in the Druid deck and then play the 6 mana spell and summon Undasta and then get Tyrantus, right?
Yeah. And you can.
I mean, I guess Undasta works.
Like melon all of it.
Yes. Undasta, we can Katharina Undasta too, right? And most of the time, this is going to kill something. It's like the Charged Devilsaur, and then we get another beast, right? Oh wait, it's a beast from our hand, actually. I guess it plays around us drawing the beast, and that can sometimes happen. Witching Hour? Yeah, Undasta's pretty good. I like Undasta. Are we gonna give Undasta a 5? What have we given 5s? I think we've only given 1 5 so far, right? And that was Grawl the Shark. And we both agreed on that.
Yeah.
Oh, I gave High Priest Thekkel a 5 as well. Wait, and Zul'jin. So I've given 3 5s. I think Zul'jin's cool. Zul'jin, Grawl, and Priest Thekkel.
I've been given less 5s. I think I only gave 1 5.
Okay, so yeah, this can pop out Rexar Beast too. Yeah, so you want to give him, what do you want to give Undasta? I think it's very good. Have you seen the combo? What's the combo, Fina?
Undasta plus Shirvala?
Did Fino get banned?
Oh, he's just talking about Psych Melon with Undasta, Tyrantus, and Stampeding Roar.
Okay, Fino got banned by someone, I think. I don't know. I'm not a mod in this channel. It might have been
Just presenting the link.
Okay. Yeah, Undasta. Yeah, good card. Good card. 4? 5? How many stars?
I'll give it a 5. A lot of archetypes will
5?
just be built around it.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, 5. Same. I like Undasta. All right, next card. Hakar the Soul Flare. 10 mana. Legendary. 9/6. Shuffle Corrupted Blood into each player's decks. And then Corrupted Bloods are this, and cast when drawn, you take 3 damage, and then you draw, and then you shuffle 2 more copies in. So it won't draw the copies after you draw this, it'll draw on the next turn. And then the next turn, they'll take 6 damage, draw, and then shuffle 4 copies in. Because each of them will do it. So basically, in a couple turns, you'll die with the fatigue. You will.
Because you were dying from fatigue fast enough, or what?
Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't seem that great. The more I think about it. What do you think, Sam? It's the last card. We'll be done after Hakar.
I mean, I was gonna give it a 1, but let's end the review on a high note. Let's give it a 5.
We're giving Hakar 5s?
No, I mean this card is a 1, but
yeah, Hakar seems pretty weak. Fino says it's sweet. Fino likes this. I don't know. In Tog Druid, those decks you're already kind of winning. Hakar plus Prince Liam. Mechathune counter.
count me in
This
for
is
a
a
5. Ooh.
It's a Mechathune counter. Why'd you play a 10 mana card in your deck to counter Mechathune that people don't even play anymore? Why don't you just play a deck that's good against Mechathune and good against other things too? I don't know. It doesn't seem that great to me. Alright, Hakar's 1. Okay. So, yeah, I think we rated every card. I think we're done with everything. Yeah, back to Garrosh. I guess the cards we sort of liked were High Priest Thekkel, the Paladin one. I mean, I'll try to... How fast can I go through this? Shaman. Actually, we can just go through all the classes real quick and look at the cards we liked. Yeah, in Warrior, the only card we sort of really liked was the Legendary, War Master Voon. Get extra dragons, infinite resources. Akali was okay. In Shaman, we didn't really like stuff too much. Rain of Toads, Lickum were cool. Nothing besides that. Zentimo and Kragwa were also pretty interesting to look at. We saw they were pretty decent. In Hunter, we had...
I don't like that Shaman is like pushing. They're trying to push Shaman random artifact or random archetype too much. It's a little like the evolve archetype, right? It's like kind of
artifact. We know where your mind is, saying. We know where your mind is.
You know, like what is the? It's not a compelling archetype in my mind, but anyway.
Yeah. Okay, and then Hunter, Sam thought the Springpaw was good. That's probably okay. We rated Revenge of the Wild decently. We were sort of had to be convinced by like chat and what people were typing to see all the aspects of this. I think this card can prove to be quite powerful. And then after that we had basically the Legendary, good removal, good value, and then the alternate hero. Heroes are always insane. Alright, Paladin, yeah, basically Thekkel and Zandalari. These cards might be quite good. We'll have to see. From Druid, Druid was low rated, didn't really get anything except for the Undasta, which is an War Druid Lodi, which is a neutral. So yeah, not much else to comment. Rogue got some pirate stuff. Rush with the weapon. These pirates, draw some more pirates, and then Grawl. Grawl's just a sweet legendary you put in most of your rogue decks now. And then we got the pirate stuff. Same thing's Elemental Mage got some stuff, maybe Odd Mage too. It'll probably be played, yeah. You can try some Ellie Mage. Ellie Mage is probably okay. Warlock, discard. Yeah, not gonna happen for another expansion, I don't think. We'll see when they
Warlock actually got worse cards than Druid, so
yeah.
that's saying
Priest,
something.
we got What did we get in Priest? We got a board clear. We got an Arcane Giant. It's okay. It's okay. Board clear and an Arcane Giant. And then the neutrals, we looked at everything. Yeah. Doesn't seem like this expansion is going to change much stuff, Sam. What do you think?
I think what you're underestimating is that like the neutrals from this expansion, I think were a lot higher rated than what we normally end up averaging neutrals out to be, right? Like there are a lot of threes and twos and that around neutrals. When I like think about a previous expansion review we did, it was like 90% ones basically, right? I'm seeing a lot of the neutrals here having at least some effect on the meta, so that should be good.
Okay. Yeah, I think we are done with the review then. Should be good. Yeah, be sure to check Justsaiyan and I out. You know, we got the Twitters, Muzzy_HS.
Justsaiyan HS.
Yeah. Maybe I'll stream too in the future. We'll see. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we said everything. So we should be good. See you, everyone. We'll be doing stuff. You know, catch us in some tournaments too coming up.
See you guys.